What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in the building. It's your boy, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont here. Her game, her way, women's basketball. Indiana Fever, unfiltered. Washington Mystics, unfiltered. We're doing it all together in one shot. You can find us live on all three channels, all powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Appreciate everyone jumping on board. I see we got people actually on the Indiana Fever channel, which is pretty dope. Appreciate that. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to all of these channels because I'm building them all. And I need you guys to help me do that. And I greatly, greatly appreciate it. We'll be here tonight for probably a couple hours. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Oh, we got drama. We got drama every day. We got drama every day. I got drama at travel basketball. I got police being called on to the scene while my 6th grade son, 12U basketball team is being threatened by the head coach of another team, telling his players to fight us after the game. Boy, oh boy. That's some wild stuff. We got Natasha Cloud being signed by the Chicago Sky. We right now still, I don't know, today's Monday. They play on, Saturday? We still don't have cut downs by the Indiana Fever. Is this really complicated? We got Monique Billings injured, not practicing today. They're in a day-to-day situation. We got Aaliyah Boston's played all of 10 minutes in the preseason. Did Lexi Hull? What's going on with Lexi Hull? What's happening with her? She said she felt great on May 4th, but you got May 5th, May 6th, May 7th, May 8th. So what can possibly go wrong between May 4th and May 8th, and May 9th, technically? But she also hasn't played 1 second of basketball. And still, we don't have cuts. Oh, they can't sell tickets. They cannot sell tickets. So, yeah, lots of drama marinating in the land of the Indiana Fever. It is crazy. An MRI. My God, these people. This league is stupid at this point. I gotta just think this is a league-wide thing. The whole league is dumb. The whole league is dumb. But yeah, a lot of drama. They still got. Let's take a look. They still got a lot of tickets left in this building. Standard. God, a good chunk of the upper deck is still. I mean, it's not bad as it was last week, but there's still at least a good 1,000 tickets available for this opener. Remember a couple years ago when they had the opener there? You probably couldn't have bought a ticket 6 months out, actually a month out, because you knew that. Hell, maybe it was 6 months out because you knew that they were going to draft Caitlin Clark probably in October. They definitely didn't have any tickets like this. Definitely didn't have tickets like this. I mean, there's probably about 1,000 tickets left, not to mention all the resales. The resales are crazy. The resales are nuts. They got a lot of resales in this building. But standard, they still got they got a lot. They got enough. They got enough. Struggling to sell tickets. The marketing department of the Indiana Fever is, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. This marketing team, bro. I don't know I don't know whose job it is to create their social media presence, but geez Louise, it sucks. I mean, it don't just suck, it sucks. If you can't sell out the first game of the season, or you struggle like this and sell out the first game of the season, understand very, very, very clearly it's going to be hard to sell out lots of games this year. Hard. Hard, hard, hard. I mean, you ain't selling out a midweek game versus Connecticut. You're not selling out a midweek game versus Seattle or a midweek game against Chicago or a midweek game against, I don't even know. Who else? What other teams? Golden State. I have no idea. Let me see. Did they lower the prices? Did they lower the prices? They lower the prices. I want this thing click. Oh shit! They lowered the prices. Oh! Oh! I am so glad you asked that question because I had not taken the time to look. They lowered the prices. Oh! Oh! Oh, I gotta figure out if I can do a sound on this thing. Jesus. Could you hear that? Could y'all hear that? They lowered the prices. Could you hear that? Let me know, could y'all hear that explosion that I just put in the background? Damn, why doesn't this shit work? Boom, I hear it. Why would it not come up? Okay, you heard it again. Boom, boom, boom. It's not working. Boom. Okay, you heard it. They lowered the prices by 60 fucking percent. They lowered prices in the corners where they were selling for $100 a ticket to $41. Mid level in on the side court from $100 to $61. Lower level tickets that were almost $1,000 are chopped in half. This is how they will sell their building out, by chopping their prices in half the week of the game. They're going on discount, bargain basement sale, and they still can't sell these motherfuckers out. Wow. I never thought to even click on that. Didn't think about it. I'm glad they woke up and realized that they were trying to rip people off, but they still can't sell these tickets. I mean, wow, they still can't sell these tickets. Wait, they lowered the prices on this other section to $35. So these tickets were $100 last week. They're $35. They're $35. Yo, that's crazy. $35. Man. Sheesh. All right, let me get back to this. Marvin, Duke, Monique, Radio, Retro, Motop, David, Marhill, Adrian, Smell W, Kevin B, Donnie, Soul Auctioneer, Jenny DeRoy. Welcome, 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 welcome aboard. Danielle, welcome. SW Groove, welcome. Welcome. The Joe Rodriguez, welcome. Juan, Roman, Francis B. Walker. Welcome aboard, people. Thank you for jumping on board tonight. I appreciate it. Hit the like button while you're at it. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit up all the subscribes for all 3 channels. I'm telling you right now, you're about to become Washington Mystics fans. I'm telling you right now, you're about to become Washington Mystics fans. At least they're figuring out how to run a freaking organization, even though I can't stand the owner, her. But my Chum, welcome. I can't stand the owner, but God dog, they at least figured out how to draft. And figured out that it might be a good idea to run our offense through our 6'7" rookie center. Yeah, might be a good idea. Might be a good idea to pass the ball into that 6'7" big who puts the ball way the fuck up here and turns and finds people. Yeah, Dallas beat the shit out of freaking Vegas. Yeah, they did. They beat the shit out of Indiana too. Beat their ass. Rebeldi, what's up? Yeah, a lot of drama in Indiana Feverland. I don't know what people thought about these 3 preseason games. I know what I thought about them. I've said what I had to say about them. I tell you what. We'll talk about that, Adrian. I mean, I saw that pop off today. What in the world's going on? For starters, Gamble, what's up, man? Glad you're here. Glad I'm on your feet again. We didn't do Sunday Night Heat last night with myself and Ben Daniel because Ben had some family in town, and I was driving back from South Carolina with my sons after our travel tournament, Junior Adidas travel tournament up in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Joshua Williams, what fever drama? There's always drama. Come on. There's always drama, or am I clickbaiting you? Am I clickbaiting? Am I making something up, or am I saying that there's drama? There's always drama. All eyes on you, Uncle J.E. I just saw Maddie Westbeld. You beat me to it, Uncle J.E. You beat me to it. Come on, man. I'm building it up here. I'm building it up. I don't know what the hell's going on in Chicago. What the hell are these people doing? They cut this girl who was on the team last year. I know she was a 2nd-round pick, technically. They cut her. They cut Haley Van Lith. And they brought in Natasha Cloud. If they had a problem with Angel Reese, why in the world would you bring on Natasha Cloud? She makes Angel look like an angel. Natasha Cloud makes Angel Reese look like an angel. Like, you got rid of Angel Reese and you brought in Natasha Cloud, who is nothing but drama for your mama. I do not understand. You brought in the most dramatic player in the WNBA after letting go of a person that you thought was a problem for your locker room, who didn't want to be there no more. So fine, you let her go. But then you bring in this and you cut your 1st-round pick from last season? I love Skylar Diggins, man. I love Skylar Diggins, so hey. But yeah, when you think about it, you got Cloud and Skylar Diggins in the same backcourt. I mean, my God, is there a therapist on duty? Is there a therapist on duty? Somebody help me here, man. And Courtney Vandersloot. I don't know if you were. Courtney Vandersloot might be going back to the boss and saying, "Can you please bring back Angel? I can't deal with this shit. Like this, Angel was easy. This what? All she said was I was old as fuck, which I am. I'm 37. I'm old as fuck. I mean, holy Lord. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Courtney Vandersloot's obviously like, Angel, please come back. Please come back. These crazy broads are going to kill me. These crazy ones. Oh, Kennedy Carter, please come back. I mean, my God. But she didn't play with Kennedy Carter, so yeah, she couldn't say that one. I would love to be a fly in that locker room. I agree with you on that, Trudy. I agree with you on that. Oh my word, Natasha Cloud and Skylar Diggins on the same damn team. Woof. And you cut your rookie, your second year player. Like this stuff is insane. This is insane. Oh, and they got Dejanay Carrington. Oh my word. Thank God she's injured, so they want to see her for a couple of months. Like you got three of the biggest lunatics in the league on one team. And y'all have 500,000. Natasha Cloud signed a 1 year, $500,000 deal. You got three of the craziest people in the league on one team. This is insane. And you had a problem with Angel Reese? I don't know who actually sells tickets and jerseys. Are you buying Chicago? Are you buying a Natasha Cloud jersey? Seriously. Are you buying a Chicago Sky Natasha Cloud jersey? Oh, it's the lunatic fringe right there, man. This is like a WWE movie right here. Sorry, 555,000. 555. 1 year deal, 555. So apparently, they waived Haley Van Lith, with sources telling ESPN that the decision was based on the coaching staff's style of play preference. What's their style of play? Anyone can explain to me what the style of play is in Chicago? It's 555. It ain't 666. I mean, if it was 666, it'd be the devil for sure. What is the style of play in Chicago? Anyone of you Chicago Sky fans, what is the style of play preference in Chicago by Marsh, whatever his fucking name is, Marsh? You got a lunatic in Dejanay Carrington. You got a lunatic in Skylar Diggins, who I love. I ain't gonna lie, she's hot. And a lunatic, and the looniest of the loons in Natasha Cloud. You got players that are injured. What is the style of preference? I mean, is this really what we're doing? So when is Indiana going to cut Caitlin Clark? When is Indiana going to cut Tyler Marsh? When is Indiana going to cut Caitlin Clark? Because clearly there's a style of preference issue here. Style of play preference issue in Indiana. Let me go. What's up, Bananu? Nick Smirkov, Kevin Gamble again, Rebeldi, Angela, Aaron, Chum Chum, Juan, Rondiggity, RD, what's going on? Uncle J.E., Jeff's guy. No. Okay, Jeff, I don't know. I can't read the rest of that. JS, Jared, what's up, brother? Tell Nick he's an idiot on Facebook. Trudy, Alexis, Donnie. Just trying to see people I missed earlier. Waldo, Geraldo, Faldo, baby. Joshua. I mean, the drama is that you don't have a power forward to start off next week. I mean, right now, that's drama. You know what's funny? I was driving back from South Carolina yesterday with my sons, and I watched a 3-hour YouTube video on King Von and Lil Durk and Quando Rondo, and there was some dude Brick Baby out of LA. A few other these the other one, NBA Youngboy. Look, I like hip hop. That's just crap rap, in my opinion. And most of it's complete trash. But the story is crazy. I know anyone from Chicago, like, what was it, O Block and all that. So I'm watching that all the way coming back home for 3-hour YouTube video. Like, that's some long form content for your ass right there. That was hella interesting. And listening that basically they were all friends. They were all cool. They were all cool. And then one day, the dude King Von decides to start talking stupid shit about the one other dude, young boy, and then says, "Nah, I was just playing. I love, it's my bruh." And then does it again and again and again. And next thing you know, talking about smacking dude's girl and banging his girl. And I mean, you might want to check to see if that kid's your kid. And woo, that was some stuff. And oh my god, like that was a hell of a story. And then like two of them are currently in prison. And the other one's dead, obviously. It's very interesting. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like, yo, seriously, bro, you have a chance to make a you have a chance to make a shitload of money, and instead of just making some money and getting rich, you choose to have beef over what? Over what? It's crazy. It's crazy. King Von's mom is fine. Yeah, and her son is dead because she was a bad mom. Bluntly, that dude had a lot of bodies from what I read. I mean, my God, great job, mom. You're a winner. Um, it's crazy. What a mom. God damn. Yeah, that was an interesting story. But yeah, I was watching that and saw. Yeah, I was in South Carolina. I was in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and I was driving back. And yes, this past weekend we had a. No, King Von was really actually about that life, like really about that, like really, yeah, real crazy. I mean, insane, insane. A lot of these guys rap about it. Now he was about it, like, bro. If he had been if he was alive and at our basketball tournament on Saturday, he might have done something. Because when that coach from the Atlanta Celtics told our kids and told his kids, we on that after the game in front of our players and in front of our coach, woo, might not have been too good for him. They can copy all they want. I don't care. Thank you. They can copy away. I don't care. They can copy it. I mean, I don't even know how I would find out, but are they showing it live stream right now? Wait, wait, yeah, this is my Indiana Fever Unfiltered is my channel. That's my channel. I'm trying to put most of the Indiana content over there. So please do subscribe to it. My bad. Yeah, I'm a little confused with myself there. Yeah, please subscribe to that channel too. I'm trying to build these two channels up. Being that I've made 13 channels, man. Yeah, that is me. I've lost my mind. I thought maybe they were copying. Some of them was calling it that. Yeah, I'm stupid there. Yeah, being that I've made 13 channels and they all suck according to somebody. I mean, hell, do me a favor and subscribe to it because I do have the goal to grow that as a solo channel, separate of this one, and of course do them all at the same time. But keep them a little bit separated. I mean, it will all run through here. I mean, it could. I mean, I don't know, man. You know what? You know what the best thing would be? The best thing that could happen right now is that the Indiana Fever do me the favor and trade Caitlin Clark to Washington. Trade her to Washington. Trade her to Washington so she can play for that crazy owner that don't like her, who will now become her biggest fan. Trade her to Washington. Get back. I mean, you'd have to give up some stuff, like some serious shit right there. You'd have to give up Sonia Citron. You'd have to give up Lucy Olson. No problem. No, I want Washington. I'm not building a Golden State Valkyries channel. I'm not building that. We're in the wrong damn time zone. I can't build a freaking West Coast time zone channel. Like, that's too much. Yeah, trade her over there for Citron, for Georgia Moore, Lucy Olson, and a couple of picks, and get her in there with Cody McMahon and Lauren Betts and Kiki Arafin. Oh, my God. Hell. Oh, my goodness. But my word, my word, my word. So, you'd have to give up the farm to get Caitlin Clark in a trade. I agree. I agree. And you know what? The Fever would fuck it up somehow. The Beaver would screw it up somehow. They would screw it up. They would screw the whole damn thing up. They'd find a way to mess it all up because they're good at that. They're good at that. They're good at that. Man, what's up, Ayers? Let's see what Celia, Rooster. What's up? Knicks are on fire. Are they? They're winning. Oh, okay. I mean, I would hope that they beat the Sixers. It's the Sixers they're playing, right? Oh, they're by 23. Okay. I mean, the Sixers are tired. They just came off beating the Celtics. The Knicks had a walkthrough against the Hawks. American University. Well, I mean, hell, Georgetown could do it, or GW. I mean, heck, the Washington Wizards could do it. Well, I mean, look, man. Right now, there's all kinds of crap going on. Look, you have injuries. You don't know who's playing. They could say Lexi Hull feels great today, but again, she didn't play one singular preseason game. Monique Billings' ankle is bum right now. We don't know what's going to happen right there. That's a big problem for them. They don't have any size. The NBA playoffs thing is a complete mess with the Peacock NBC Prime Video. I'm literally at a hotel this past weekend and I couldn't put the damn game on the TV because it was on Prime Video. I could watch it on my phone and on my iPad, but I couldn't put it on the damn television because they didn't have Prime Video on the TV and it wouldn't allow me to add the app to that television. Oh, there was a press conference today. I guess I will go over the press conference, Alexis. We could do that. We could do that. Let me pull it up. I haven't watched it. You know, I like to do things raw and uncut with y'all, so haven't done that yet. Did they say anything stupid or have you seen it by chance? You know, I got home at 10:30 last night, 10:45 after being on the road all day long. It was a long ass day. Okay. Well, once again, we don't put the person that needs to be on media availability. The audio sucks for what? The Fever press conference or this? I'm talking pretty loud, so I don't know how I can fix the audio at this point. I never changed the audio here, so unless it's the Fever one, I mean, let me know. But today we had, you need a cable for USB-C to H. Oh, yeah, I didn't bring that. A lot of these hotels typically have the apps on their TVs already, and they didn't have it. And I was just like, dude, I couldn't. Yeah, I was ticked off. But yeah, I watched it on my iPad, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Today in the WNBA, we had major player movement. In fact, this past week we've had major player movement. Natasha Cloud signs with the Chicago Sky for $555 and for 1 year. Haley Van Lith gets cut. I don't know why you would cut her. The Connecticut Sun cut Harmony Turner, Kyla Oldacre, and Mamignan today. The Dallas Wings dumped Grace Berger, Lindsay Allen, Amy Okonkwo, Dulcie Funkam, whatever the fuck, Costanza Verona, and Raya Marshall. She was a pick last year. I thought she got picked by Connecticut last year. Vegas dumped Jordan Obi. Chicago also dumped Aicha Coulibaly and Maddie Westbeld. That one is a surprise. That one surprises me. That I did not see coming. So now I got to wonder what the hell is left on their roster. Because Maddie Westbeld, they kept Sydney Taylor. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So their 12-player roster includes multiple injured players. Interesting. So they kept Sydney Taylor, who had a good preseason, but nobody really cares about preseason games. What were her stats last year? Sydney Taylor has not been Sydney Taylor left Louisville in 2024. So she was out of the league in 24-25 and 25-26. Where the hell was she playing? She don't even have a damn WM. She don't even have a Wikipedia page. You know what's funny about this is this is another example of how incompetent these teams are in the WNBA. That this player that they now kept is a player nobody looked at 2 years ago. I mean, there's so little about her. There's so little about her. I mean, that's fine. She could have been balling, but Van Lith was still your first round pick last year. Van Lith was your first round pick. And I'm sorry, but I'm not keeping Courtney Vandersloot over Haley Van Lith. Like no chance in hell. No chance in hell. Rachel Banham, she sucks. JC Sheldon over Haley Van Lith? Yeah, the girl Taylor also went to UMass for 4 years. She played 1 year at Louisville. They really hate youth. This one's weird. This is weird. I hope she finds a landing spot. Then you got, but Maddie Westbeld. She only averaged 4 points per game last year, but again, she's 6'3", power forward with shooting ability. I tell you what, if Indiana has brains, they're calling her up right now. If Indiana has brains, they're calling up Maddie Westbeld right now. 6'3", 39.5% from three-point range, perimeter, game. Averaged 12 points a game for her career at Notre Dame. I mean, you got problems with size. You got problems with shooting. I would be calling her right now. She'd be in camp. It's not that far from Indianapolis to Chicago. I'd be like, get in your car and drive the fuck down to Indianapolis right now. Right now. Man, there's no sniper. Gamble, come on. You're giving Rachel Benham a lot more credit than she deserves. Rachel Benham is not good. She only started last year at Chicago because they were so damn bad. Wouldn't call her a sniper. 37%. She shot 36% from three last year. That's not sniper material. That's decent. That's decent. (6'3). Maddie Westbeld can shoot. Maddie Westbeld can shoot it. That I know. That I know. She can shoot it. And they don't have, I mean, her 1 year in Chicago, 39.5%. Still waiting to find this stupid Indiana. Why won't did Indiana Fever like block me on Instagram or something? Or did they like shut down their freaking page? This is how Indiana markets. Yeah. This is how Indiana markets. This is their Instagram page. Okay, let's go throw Aaliyah Boston in the front middle. Okay. Okay, great. But apparently Aaliyah Boston's the leader of the team. It's just crazy. Here's another one. Let Damaris Dantas. They didn't ban me. It was just frozen. Damaris Dantas. Yo, everybody get your tickets, man. Damaris Dantas is here. Everybody get your tickets. Damaris Dantas is here. Are you not listening? Damaris Dantas is here. Damaris is here. This is who they're promoting. This is how they sell tickets. DD in the building. DD in the building. This is their Instagram right now. First game of the year on the horizon. We need you to buy tickets. May 9th, 1 p.m., ABC Disney, WIBC 93.1 FM, presented by Ticketmaster. Damaris Dantas is in the building. Can't wait to see this live. DD! Oh my God, you're flipping stupid. Oh my God. Here's the drop Dantas button. Drop. Might have to watch this while I'm graduating then. Trade Dantas and Firewhite. Yeah, let's like that one too. Dantas, come on now. This is who they're This is how they market. How they market. Let's go. Follow us. Let's follow us. Follow the Indiana Fever. They want you to follow them. So we're going to put Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham, and Monique Billings on the image of follow us. I mean, come on, man. You don't have to be. Look, you can hate. You can personally hate Caitlin Clark. If you like money, you're going to promote the shit out of your cash cow. This is lunacy. Everybody else gets put on the graphic. There's the win. All right. There's Damaris Dantas. She's the star. She's the star. I'm not saying other players shouldn't be here, by the way. I'm just saying, like, all their graphics and more. Oh, there we go. Okay. She started the game. I guess they have to put her on there then because she started the game. Okay. What's this? Oh, these are the rookies. Oh, we got, okay. All right. Now at least we got one winner. I mean, at least one. At least. But yeah, man, if you want to watch this game, you make sure you go look for Damaris Dantas. It's just fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This is like we got to make sure everybody gets a book. Everyone gets a chance. We forgot this is a professional league. So Maddie Westbelt gets dumped by the Sky. Shea, whoever the hell, Peyton Williams, whoever that is. So Golden State, this is the one that's crazy. Mila Sohal, whatever her name is, I'm not even trying on this one. Najakalenka Mewenentanda. Okay, I'm not trying. If you can pronounce it, let me know. Kate Reese, Mariela Fasula, Ashlyn Jackson from Duke, waived. Marta Suarez. Now, Marta Suarez, if you don't know, Marta Suarez was drafted by Seattle, and the Golden State Valkyries traded Flau'jae Johnson and a pick. I'm sorry, Flau'jae Johnson and Seattle sent a pick and Marta Suarez. Golden State is going to get from this trade a pick because they cut Marta Suarez. Now, Marta Suarez, it was like a 17, 18 point per game player at TCU, power forward. Another one that maybe Indiana might want to give a phone call to, who now they can get at a minimum deal because she won't even be a draft pick of theirs. They can get her for the cheap, obviously. What I'm saying is they can get her on the cheap. And I didn't understand why Golden State did that because they have a lot of people that play that position. So I'm not shocked that she got cut because they have a bunch of people at that position. Now, Ashlyn Jackson, And again, second round pick, 16th pick overall. So basically, Golden State got nothing for Flau'jae Johnson. Great deal there. You experts, right? You guys are experts. Experts. Ashlyn Jackson was a second round pick at a Duke, 23rd overall. She got cut. She's a wing. Chicago also cut Latasha Lattimore and Tony Morgan. Was she drafted? Tony Morgan was drafted in the third round by Chicago. See, this is the problem with the WNBA draft. It remains the biggest problem. These players don't get an opportunity. And Latasha Lattimore was a second round pick, sixth pick of the second round, 21st overall. So this is what you got. You got players getting drafted who have no chance to make these teams. They got no chance to make these teams. No chance. By the way, Latasha Lattimore is 6'4". So maybe Indiana. I know Chicago will cut her, but she's 6'4". I mean, she played everywhere. She played at Texas, Miami, Virginia, and Ole Miss. She transferred a lot, but she's 6'4". Taina Mayer was waived by Seattle. That one surprises me. Taina Mayer is the guard from Duke, and she got waived. I'm actually very surprised. She was a first round pick. The Seattle Storm waived their first round pick. People, first round draft picks do not get waived in the NBA. Thank you, Lester. Marketing that is your backup big to sell tickets is like the 96-98 Bulls marketing Bill Wennington. Man, hey, man, give Bill Wennington some credit, man. You're telling me you waived your first round pick, who is Taina Mayer's a baller. Taina Mayer can play. Yo, you waived her. Your first round pick. I know. That's the point. That's the point. Is that these people don't know talent. They don't know talent. You got to be so shitty at evaluation that you waive your first round pick. Oh, by the way, Seattle, where is their other one? Where is the other one? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I mean, our fam. Where is she? Where is our fam? Is our fam gonna be in Seattle? I mean, let me know. Let me know. Because she isn't right now. She didn't play in either of their preseason games. And she's not with the team at the moment. So where's our fam? I'm just going off of what they said, not me. I ain't make it up. You drafted, so your first pick, number 3 overall, you picked our fam, who does not fit your roster because you have players that are just like 6'4", 6'6", 6'5". So she ain't there. Hey, you ain't, bro, you ain't telling me nothing I don't know. I said this same shit. Everybody that talked about drafting Gabriela Jaquez at number 10, I'm sitting here like, you're on drugs. Same people talking about drafting Yana Nipkins. I would be surprised if Yana Nipkins makes her team. I don't even know what team she's on. The only ones that drafted well were the Washington Mystics. I mean, Toronto got, Kiki Rice. I think that's who got her right. And Angela Dugalich is going to Washington. I mean, she fits, but she shouldn't have been a first round pick. I done said it a bunch of times. I mean, this is the type of bullshit that goes on in this league. I've made videos about this. I've made videos about how they're incompetent. They don't know how to evaluate talent. They don't have any talent evaluation skills. They literally just go watch 5 teams play basketball and say, we're drafting those people. That's who we're drafting. We don't look at mid-majors. We don't care about mid-majors because, God forbid, oh my word, no, let's draft all the same people for the same team. Let's draft the 5th option on the number 1 team. They're going to be good. No, they're not. That's why they're the 5th option. It's the same reason I said this whole draft was a joke. 15 players, 12 non-first options on their team. 12 of those players have never been a first option on their team in college, including the number 1 overall pick. AZ Fudd was not a number 1 option. Never been one, not in college. And she looks like it. Ocott looks great. She's playing a role. She's 6'6". She's playing a role. Notice, not a first option. She's playing a role. Who are you talking about? Oh, you can't say that name here. You cannot. You are prohibited from using that name here anymore. That is a rule. You cannot use that name here anymore. You cannot use that name anymore. I mean, you can, but prohibited. Hey, listen here. I don't know, and I am not looking, nor do I care, and I ain't replying again. But if anyone knows, hey, you can let me know. I ain't watching. I'm not giving him another click. Listen, man. You all know that I went to another show last year, and I took my beating and 1-on-8 beating. You know I did. But I can tell you this. Folks may not like what I got to say, but I know for a fact that there is a level of respect. I know for a fact there is a level of respect. You want to know how I know? Ayers, let me ask you a question. Has he ever had a live by himself? Has he ever had a live by himself? That would be my question. Has he ever had a live by himself? Because if you can't do a live by yourself, it's because you ain't got nothing to say. You got nothing to say. So if you're watching are you watching the ones where he has his friend with him? He needs them there to back him up. Like, does he need that is that the live you're talking about? The one where he has to have his buddy there to back him up and be his muscle man? I mean, if that's the ones you see, then I mean, yeah, shit. I mean, I already know all the stuff, but okay, so here's why I say who are his guests? What guests has he had? I'm gonna tell you right now, doing a solo live is hard. It's actually really hard. I respect dudes that have radio shows and shit like that. To do a radio show for 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours on a daily basis, like, yo, seriously, seriously, yo, seriously, it's hard enough doing a live by myself. It's hard enough doing a live by myself. Real talk, 3 times a week on the same stuff. To do that 5 days a week on a radio show in the afternoon for a morning drive or afternoon drive for 4 hours, if you're alone and not able to talk to anybody, that crap is hard. But can I put together a million short videos? Sure. Hey, if you think they're entertaining, cool. I'm just curious what hey, cool. Again, if you're by yourself, it is different than having like the dynamic that I have with Nick or the dynamic I have with Ben, different than me by myself. But let me get back to why I know they respect me. Yes, premise 809. This is why I know they respect me. And this was brought to me, and I watched this, and I was freaking dying laughing. When I say I was dying laughing, real shit. I have had videos made about me, like really made about me that like went to ether my ass and went after me like, I mean, hard. I ain't like those. I ain't like them. I mean, this shit right here had me rolling on the floor. I gotta pull this crap up. This was the funniest shit I've ever seen. And I was a part of it. And I watched the whole damn thing. It took me a lot to not comment on it because then I'd be I disagree, John. I disagree. I disagree. I think he's a puppet. All right. Let me find it. I just wish they played more of this, and then I would have been. Oh my god! If they had played more, if he had played more of this, oh, this would have been unbelievable. This would have been unbelievable. Let me pull this thing up. I don't know the guy, Angry Fan Sports. I don't know him, so I'm not. I ain't say a word about the dude. I don't know him. And I'm not here to talk about these guys, by the way, but I know that this one right here. Let me just find this crap. Because this shit, oof, boy, oh boy, right here. And let me go on record. I'm going on record right here. Uncle Claude, what's up? Thank you. Uncle Claude, what's up? Thank you. Right there. Right there. I watched this whole video. I watched this whole damn video. I was rolling. Rolling. If you have the time, watch it. Give it a like, give it a comment, give it all that. Give it all. Give it all. Because this shit was so damn funny. When I talk about get your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen, yo, I was dying. Because I wasn't the brunt of the commentary. I was being celebrated right here. I was being celebrated. I was being it was get your popcorn. And then there was then I got to listen to all this stuff. This was so damn funny. Boom. But then either that video. I'm telling you, go watch it. No, there's some AI channels right now that are going crazy that I think are terrible. But go watch this. This was classic. I just wish you'd have played about 15 more minutes of it. Because some of the stuff that I said later on, oh my God. Oh my God. Am I on medication? Am I on medication? Why would I be on medication? This is a steady serving, is it? Steady serving sports entertainment. Here, I'll just copy and paste it. Here, go ahead. Boom. That's the channel. But this was hilarious. Hilarious. I was dying. And that's why I know I'm respected. Even if you don't have to like what I gotta say all the time, I know I'm respected. Because I annihilated this dude, and this dude ain't ever gonna come back from it. This dude ain't never coming back from it. He ain't gonna come back from it. He can't. There ain't nothing he can say. There ain't nothing this man can say about me that would. There's nothing. There's nothing. Yeah. And when I was wondering what was happening, I thought it was funny as shit. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was funny as shit. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a great deal. I was in South Carolina watching that in my hotel room bed. I was like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I just didn't have any popcorn. I enjoyed it though. So Taina Mayer was cut, a first round pick. I'm just curious to know at this point how many Yarden Garzon got cut, Maggie Dugan got cut by Phoenix. We're still waiting for a whole bunch of teams. Duke. I might be. I don't know. I might be. I don't know. I might be. Again, so we have a lot of players that still have not been cut yet. Don't know why a bunch of people just left the chat. That's weird. Is it because I said some stuff that maybe you didn't like? I don't know. I thought it was great. And if people want to run back to that man and tell him about what I said this time, the Fever have not come out yet. The Fever have not cut anyone yet. And it's like, what are they waiting on? What exactly are they waiting on? It doesn't make sense. It does not make a bit of sense. We have a team right now for which we don't know nothing about nothing. We don't know who the starting lineup is really going to be. Because we don't know if she wants to start Sophie or Lexi. We don't know who's the four now, because Monique Billings right now is hurt. If they had to play tomorrow, she wouldn't be playing. So let's jump into this Indiana Fever press conference while we're here. I don't know what day. Let's see. What day do they have, what day do the Indiana Fever, what day the WNBA rosters have to be set? May 7th, 5 p.m. So they got 3 more days. They got 3 more days, which is wild because the season opener is on the 8th. So you got, wow. Interesting. The WNBA. Do you think this is a conflict of interest, by the way? I just saw this. So pardon me. I just saw this. I had no idea this was out. Do you think it makes sense For the WNBA to have a power ranking, does Major League Baseball or NFL football do their own power rankings? Do they? I don't know. Does the NBA do their own power rankings? I know ESPN does power rankings, but do the league websites do power rankings? If I'm wrong, then let me know because I don't know. I don't think I've never seen one. No. Okay. The WNBA is doing their own power ranking. Look at this. This is the WNBA website. They are doing their own power ranking. Interesting. NFL does? They do? The NFL does a power ranking. Okay. I only asked the question because it sounds like cheerleading. It sounds like cheerleading. So yeah, I saw Sabrina Ionescu had an MRI done and they said she was okay or whatever. It's crazy. So Vegas, Liberty, Fever at 3, Atlanta at 4, Dallas at 5. How does that make sense? So Dallas beat the brakes off Indiana, but they're ranked behind them and they're using preseason records. Okay. I don't get it. Phoenix at 6, Sparks at 7, Lynx at 8, Valkyries at 9, Sky at 10, Storm 11, Mystics at 12, Connecticut at 13, Toronto 14, Portland at 15. Okay. I don't know. I've never noticed that there was a power ranking for a league done by its own league. That's different. That's different. I never paid attention. It just popped up. So WNBA draft, you got multiple players. You got a first round pick that was already cut. You got another one that's not with her team. This is crazy. You got AZ Fudd, who clearly looks like a freaking role player. Clearly. Our fam is not with her team. I saw videos where people were talking about cutting Gabriela Jaquez. I don't know if y'all saw them, but I saw them. Ayana Martin Carillon. Did she play at all for Portland? Did she play at all? What? Wait. Oh my God. So this girl Carillon's not with the Portland Fire. All right. So the number 7 pick from Spain is not with the Portland Fire. So Dugalich will make the team, Flowers will make the team, Raven will make the team, McMahon will make the team. Okay, how about this girl, Nell Angloma with Connecticut? Nell Angloma. And neither, okay, Nell Angloma was a coach's decision DMP. I mean, I guess if the goal is to lose. So Nell Angloma is overseas as well. So I don't know if she's going to be with this team. Connecticut, Ocott, she'll make her team, and Mayer made her team. Okay, let me go back. Yana Nipkins. She's a DM. Oh, there. She played 17 minutes, 5 points. I guess she made the team because they didn't cut. They cut Harmony Turner. This is a mess, people. This is a mess. Like you have, what are you drafting players for if none of these people can make teams? So Martha Suarez was the first pick of the second round. She's got cut. How about Ledger Walker? Ledger Walker's played. I guess maybe she'll make it. Prosper. I'm curious to see if Washington keeps Prosper or not. I don't know how Latson's done. Lattimore got cut. I guess Key might still be there. Ashlyn Jackson got cut. We're going to see some more cuts. We're definitely going to see some more cuts from these drafted players. Yeah, Harmony got cut. Did Sarah Williams get cut yet? Sarah Williams, she did not play. She probably already got cut. I think she got cut already. I think she already got cut. That UConn decision might have been the destroyer of her career. Sarah Williams has not played in a preseason game for Connecticut. She's not even on the roster. Wait, she's in Portland. Wait, huh? She got drafted by Connecticut, but she's in Portland. What? She was traded immediately. Oh, no, they didn't tell us that. Nobody cared. For Taylor Bigby. Who the fuck is that? Jesus Lord. Beers played some. I don't know if she's making the team or not. They haven't announced everything yet, so we still got some more coming. Portland. Oh, Sarah Williams scored 12 points. She came off the bench against the Sparks. Yeah, she'll probably make her team based on what I'm looking at. Is this Rudy? Yeah. Why? I'm a bot. Don't you know? I'm a bot. I'm a bot. Yeah, she's playing. It looks like she'll make her team. Did y'all know that I'm a bot? I don't know. You know that guy Greg Doyle, the creeper Greg Doyle for the Indiana Star, who felt the need to tell Caitlin he wanted her to give him a heart every time because he's a creepy weirdo, and then lost his credential that year. Yeah, he said I'm a bot. He used my title of my video and then referred to it as bots. So that was really interesting. So anyhow, there are a lot of cuts that went on. We'll see some more coming up down the stretch. But I think the Indiana Fever should be making some phone calls to Maddie Westbeld and to Marta Suarez because they have a desperate need for people with some size. Desperate need for people with some size. But let me find this for y'all, and we can roll with this thing and see what this crazy woman has to say today. I messaged the guy. I messaged him. He has not responded, so I'm gonna give him my energy. So let's take a listen to our media session today. While we're here, boom, we got Kelsey, Stephanie, and Aaliyah Boston.
No, the only update is she did not practice today. We're going to keep evaluating it day by day, but knowing that we have the full week, we'll give her an opportunity to make sure that she's as close to 100% as possible before we throw her out there.
Okay, thank you.
All right, next up.
By the way, if you're new to the channel, before we continue, if you're new to the channel, I have this channel, I have Indiana Fever Unfiltered, and I have Washington Mystics Unfiltered. I had made a whole bunch of other ones. Yes, I did, but it's too goddamn hard. So what I'll be sticking to is these three for now. I'm not going to create other stuff on other channels. I know I created them and I had logos, but I'm not creating them. And So yeah, do me a favor, subscribe to these, and we'll be putting out content on all these channels, man. So I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't. I recommended watching the video that I was featured on. That's what I meant. That's what I recommended. NVIDIA, please read what I said. I said I recommended the video that I was featured on. You will get some enjoyment from it. I got plenty of enjoyment from it. I loved it. Just watch the 2 parts. Compare the commentary of the 3 different people that are on that image, and you will hear mine, and you will hear the others, and I tell you, you will enjoy mine. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I enjoyed it. I am open-minded and I am objective. I enjoy it. Where is the meter? I don't know how to do that on this screen, man. I don't know how to do that on this screen. I don't know how people do some of this stuff. I don't know how to do some of this stuff.
Will be Roberta. Roberta, you'll be followed by Blake.
My question is for the coach to hear how you see Damiris Dantas' role with the team this year.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, man? So you bring a reporter on here to ask you about Damiris Dantas. Is this what? So this is like from the Rio Press or something? The Sao Paulo News? Like what the fuck? Did they just literally send over a Brazilian reporter to ask about Damiris Dantas, the most useless player on his basketball team? In this one, if I'm Stephanie, I'm like, first I'd be like, are you really asking me about Damiris Dantas? She's gonna play like 4 minutes a game. If that might be tough. You're just watching one video in the video. You're not watching the channel. You're watching one video. Just go to the parts. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Didi's a player that we can count on to knock down shots. When we need a stretch big out there, she's going to have an opportunity.
She was 0 for 8 in the first game. Were you relying on her then?
To be out on the floor. She had a tremendous offseason. She's healthy. She's in great shape, and she's been impressive thus far in camp.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Blake Burdett from Pick and W Swish.
Did they do this? Are they doing this press conference via video? Why are these questions sounding so garbled? Why are these questions sounding so garbled?
Coach White, what identity do you want offensively, and what's the biggest growth there of your team so far?
I want us to be a fast-paced team that's really hard to guard. We want the ball moving side to side. Really the goal is to play 0.5 to 1 second basketball, get a lot of player movement and ball movement. I think we're continuing to grow a lot in that area. A couple things that I think can still be a growth edge for us is one, like not over dribbling. I think we're over dribbling at times, get it moving. And then 2, just be great screeners and cutters. The little things, the details that are going to open up opportunities for one another and for teammates by being a great screener or being a great cutter.
Of course, you're over dribbling if you're taking the ball out of your primary ball handler's hands when she's on the floor. I mean, I'm just saying it. You're gonna have over dribbling when you take the ball to your best playmaker's hands.
And a question for Aaliyah, what's the next step for this team to become a true contender, and what's your approach to controlling the paint on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, I think I'll start with that part. Just continue to be that presence, making sure that I'm calling for the ball, making sure I'm shooting well around the rim, and defensively, just continue to be that post presence that we need. And I think for us, it's just about making sure that we're focused every single night we step on that floor, making sure that we're paying attention to the details, because all those little details matter. And so it's going to have to be our mindset.
Holy shit, she's so boring. God. Are you bored whenever Aaliyah Boston talks like I am? Do you get sleepy? God bless Aaliyah. Can you have some fucking level of personality and say some real shit that makes us say, yeah, you're a dog? We need to do this. We need to do this. We need to do this. How about you say, I need to mutt motherfuckers out there. I gotta mutt people. I gotta dominate. I gotta beat people down. I gotta dominate. Oh my God. Says nothing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, Coach. I saw Caitlin Clark was wearing a leg sleeve today. Any particular reason for that?
It's a style thing.
Bullshit. Bullshit. A style thing. For a player that never wears a leg sleeve. For players that wear leg sleeves every day, it is a style thing. For players that don't, it is not a style thing. I'll just leave it at that. She's never worn a leg sleeve. So now today she wears a leg sleeve and you say it's a style thing. So the girl who is the most plain Jane motherfucker on the face of the earth is all of a sudden going to wear something that makes her unplain Jane like. So what is it tomorrow? Tomorrow will she come out with purple hair? Will she come out with freaking 4-inch fingernails too? Well, what's next? You said to cover up bruises? So what, was she getting beaten at home? That she's got bruises from her ankle to her thigh? She's only wearing a damn leg sleeve when there's a problem. So I ain't going to make a video about it. We're doing a live. So I'm not going to make a video about this. But I'm not going to sit here. Let's not talk about someone, about style and all that for something that she never actually does. Never, ever seen her wear a leg sleeve unless there was an issue.
It looks good on her, doesn't it?
She should have just left it alone. Why keep talking about it? It looks good on her, does it? No, it does not. I didn't even see it, but no, it doesn't look good. Because I know it's not good.
It sure does.
The internet seems to think so. Yeah.
Oh my God. What the fuck is this shit? Oh
Well, the internet's a great resource.
my God. You're not a great resource either, by the way.
All right, Jackie, you're up. Jackie, you'll be followed by Yan Yan.
Thanks everyone for taking the time to do this. First, Kelsey, for you, I'm curious, what are some of your earliest memories of this league and how do you reflect upon
Oh my
the
God.
league being in its 30th season?
Right? You made me feel so old. Jesus. I remember being two to a room. I remember having to drive to what? Not only Chicago, we was driving somewhere else too for a while. I don't know where that was, but having to fly with the rest of the world was always a thing that I embraced my first.
Did she say that they were driving the games in their own fucking cars? Like, did she just, yeah. I remember driving to Chicago. Was she saying that they drove in their own individual cars to road games? Please tell me I'm not crazy. Did she actually just say that or allude to that? In a van. They took a fucking van, a 12-passenger van from Indianapolis to Chicago. You're complaining about things. They better not complain about nothing anymore. They better not complain about nothing anymore. Not a damn thing.
Couple years in the league and to see where it is now, I'm obviously grateful to be in a position I am. But I think what was also who I am too, and so I want to be where I am without those experiences. But I'm happy to see the league keep making higher up changes, and so I'm just gonna keep embracing it as long as I'm a part of the league and be grateful for the process.
And Stephanie, for you, when you think about this league being in its 30th.
Who are these people asking questions? Who are these people asking questions?
season, how do you reflect upon the fact, alongside some of the history of the league, that has included moments where the league's business wasn't doing as well, and the public perception of the league was laced with preconceived biases?
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, we can never control public perception. So that was never really a thing. I think the biggest thing for me is, having been a part of this league for 28 of the 30 years, is just the growth and evolution of how the game is played, of the athlete in the game, the skill set of the women that are playing the game. It's always been the best players in the world, but the best players in the world are so much better. And just continuing to see them elevate, and then the respect that they're getting, because they are the best in the world at what they do. And I think there's been an intersection of the quote unquote casual fan, recognizing and realizing that these women are elite and that they're fun to watch, and our league is fun to watch, and that they play the right way. And now you combine that with everything that's happening, from just a exposure standpoint, and it's taken off. And so just being able to see from grassroots, where we're driving in vans out to beg people to come to appearances, to now we're like, they're flying all over the world for appearances. Just something as simple as that. But we still have the grassroots mentality of how we interact with the fan, how we interact with community, how we give back to community. And I think that's something that's always special about women's sport, and the WNBA in particular.
You just dropped your ticket prices 60% the week of the first game of the season because you can't sell them. Kind of seems like you're still begging people to come to your games. You just dropped your ticket prices 60%. I think you're still begging people to come to your games.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Courtney, I believe I missed you. I'll get you in 1 second. Yan, go ahead, and then Courtney.
Hi, this question's for Coach. You touched upon this a little bit at Fever Media Day last week, but with a few preseason games under your belt and having to navigate the injuries of Lexi and Aaliyah and Monique, what have you learned about load management these first few games of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think that exhibition.
Did she really ask about load management? She asked about load management for a 44-game season.
Preseason play is always, trying to get a lot of different, players out there. I think, some of these have been kind of freak things that have happened. It's difficult to really, we track everything. So we have a lot of load management information. But again, we talk all the time about controlling the things that you can control. A lot of the injuries that happened last year, were really out of our control. Mo coming down on somebody's foot, kind of out of our control. And so, I think for us,
Aaliyah Boston starting the season off injured is out of your control. I know it was in her control, but out of your control because she's playing in a different league. Lexi Hull starting her season off injured, probably because she was in that same league, out of your control, but in her control. What the fuck is going on here? Load management in a 44-game season.
we have the scientific data. We have the pieces in place to make sure that we're doing things and controlling it as much as we can from that aspect. And then you got to go out and play the game. I mean, injuries are a part of the game. You know, all of us have been through it. Most of us have been through it. And it's just a part of the risk that we take to do what we love to do.
Thank you.
All right. My first question.
They're going to get their ass kicked on Saturday. They're going to get their ass kicked. I would be surprised if they're not blown out on Saturday.
Is for Steph White. You stated that standard is championships. How are you specifically preparing this group to transition from playoff contender to a title favorite heading into the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think certainly the standard is to position ourselves for a championship. Like, you know, winning a championship is hard. I mean, anybody who's been a part of championship teams can tell you there's so many things that really have to come into play. You know, peaking at the right time, being healthy, right matchups, you know, all of those different things. And especially in a series, winning a championship is hard. You know, I think for this group, and I said it at the beginning of last year, there's no substitute for experience. And taking that next step and experiencing what it means to be in the semifinals, going through a season that had a lot of ups and downs, and experiencing the various aspects of what we could do to be better and position ourselves to have a home court, what we could do better to position ourselves to not have to not be in some of the positions that we were in, I think is important. And then it's about mentality, right? It's about the mentality of every day you step on the floor, you know that you have an opportunity to get better and to be great. And every day, you know, it's a choice. You know, we don't always feel like it. You know, and some days are better than others, but every day we have to step on the floor and having a mentality that we're going to get better, we're going to grow, and that we won't be denied. And that's something that you have to have throughout the course of not just a season, but a series in order to win a championship.
Yes, winning a championship is hard. Yeah, it's hard. No one would ever say it's not hard. It's the reason that your team got to the semifinals is because you need a lot of things to go your way. And in the case of this team last year, they lose their best player, but then they added other players that they didn't have when the season started, who, if they had them when the season started over the decisions that they made last year in the offseason, maybe they would have been better when the year began. Maybe they wouldn't have had to throw Caitlin Clark out there or rushed her back too soon because she was injured when camp started last year and she never got healthy. And now, yes, it's hard, but luck also got you to that Vegas series because no one thought you should win the Atlanta series. Atlanta was better than you, and Atlanta shit on themselves in that last game. So it's hard, yeah. But how about you? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. How about you actually run your best out there? How about you run your best out there? Because what we see as potentially happening, it will not, because you're in a it will not be your best because you'll be load managing.
I had one more for Kelsey.
Oh yeah, one more thing. She also said the experience. The experience for whom? You literally are only bringing back 3 players who played last year in the playoffs. Caitlin did not play. Sophie did not play. You dumped Odyssey Sims, Ari McDonald. Oh, yeah, Michaela Timpson. I don't count her. She's irrelevant. Damaris Donis, was she even on the team anymore? Yeah, again, she was irrelevant. So the players Shea Petty, Ariel Powers, like the players who played are not on your team this year. There's only 3 that played, Boston, Mitchell, and Hull. So you don't have that experience because most of these players didn't play in that last year.
Coach White mentioning that she wants to win a championship for you specifically, and they're in the whole team. What does that support from your coach and teammates mean to you heading into the season?
Everything that I am and embody is come from like a family-like vibe, and I think that's where Steph and I align. That's where me and Aaliyah align. our culture and everything we are kind of like relies with family. And I think for me, knowing that I have somebody believe in me, knowing I have a post player that believes in me, and I can get that same respect and vice versa, it just feels good to kind of be in the atmosphere where you're valued. And then it makes you put your best effort for everybody else. When they give to me, it's only right that I give back. I told my coach, I was like, I'll go through the wall for you. And people like AB, because when people love you and want to see you do great and they can hold you accountable and know that it comes from love, it just makes everything better. It makes the process a lot easier. And it makes our growth. It makes it worth it, in so many ways. So I'm excited to be a part of this group.
Oh God, Kelsey, what in the world are you doing? Kelsey. Tomorrow, people, if not, I haven't seen the other videos today. Tomorrow, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, everybody. You know what I'm about to say. I promise you, I will not do it. I promise you. Tell me exactly who she doesn't trust. Woo! You want me to replay it? I'll replay it. Let me play it again.
Love you and want relies with family. And I think for me,
Season.
everything that I am and embody is come from like a family like vibe. And I think that's where Steph and I align. That's where me and Aaliyah align.
Family environment is where Steph and I align, where Aaliyah and I align. I'm not going to make a video on it, I promise. But I'm telling you right now, if there's not at least a handful of videos tomorrow about this, I'm trying to practice a new space in which the only person I completely eviscerate is Stephanie White. I'm trying to turn that leaf. So the only people that you align with are Stephanie White and Aaliyah Boston, and that family mentality.
Our culture and everything we are kind of like relies with family. And I think for me, knowing that I have somebody believe in me, knowing I have a post player that believes in me, and I can get that same respect and vice versa, it just feels good to kind of be in the atmosphere where you're valued. And then it makes you put your best effort for everybody else. When they give to me, it's only right that I give back. I told my coach, I was like, I'll go through the wall for you. And people like AB, because when people love you and want to see you do great and they can hold you accountable and know that it comes from love, it just makes everything better. It makes the process a lot easier. And it makes our growth. It makes it worth it, in so many ways. So I'm excited to be a part of this group.
Can y'all just trade Caitlin Clark now? Just trade her now. Get it over with. Just get it over with. Do not put us through this. Let me start my New York Liberty Unfiltered channel. Get me through this. I ain't doing a video on it. I promise. Let somebody else do it. I can't be in that damn negative mode. Look, folks. I ain't make a video on some of the stuff I saw that would have been old. I can't do it anymore. I can't go that direction. Trade her to New York, man. Get this shit over with. Go take Sabrina back and trade her to New York. I don't understand how in the world you don't mention your point guard at all.
Thanks.
Michael, you're up. Chico next.
Yeah, just a quick one for Coach. Just what have you seen out of Raven Johnson during training camp, and what are you expecting out of her in her rookie year? And Aaliyah, if you want to take that too.
Yeah, her activity level, number one. I mean, she's very active on both ends of the floor. Defensively, she's elite. And that's something you never really worry about. I mean, we've drafted a lot of South Carolina players, here in Indiana, going back to Tiffany Mitchell when I was here. And you always know that they're.
Yeah, you drafted one last year and you cut her. You drafted one last year and you cut her. I don't think she got 3 days of practice in. This year you gave all these bums fucking 2 weeks, 2+ weeks. You ain't give, what was that, Bree Hall? You didn't give her a freaking 5 days last year. You drafted all these players, but you didn't give that girl 5 days last year. She was supposed to be Lexi Hall's replacement.
Going to be ready on the defensive end of the floor, and Raven just has some really naturally gifted skill sets and intangibles on that end, and so she makes plays because of that. And her energy, like she is a great kick ahead guard. Like she gets us going in transition. She can get a rebound. She can get a steal. She's passing that thing ahead, and she really ignites a break because of that. Look, she's going to continue to grow. There's going to be ebbs and flows throughout the course of the year and a career. There always are, but I think every day she has an opportunity to step on the floor. She's hungry to learn. She wants to be coached. She wants to be challenged, and having that kind of mindset and mentality is really invaluable.
She said everything. That was really good.
Wow, Aaliyah Boston, more fucking wonderful feedback. Oh God, man. She said everything. You played with that girl for 2 years. You got nothing to say about the girl?
Thank you.
For real, she said nothing. You played with her for 2 years and you said nothing about her? Jesus Christ.
All right, thank you. We have time for just one more question. We'll go to Jennifer. Jennifer, go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize. Chico,
Chico, we got a Chico in the building. Chico. We got a Chico, man. Chico. What's Chico's last name, bro?
said you'd be up. Chico, you're up.
Chico.
Steph, I know there's been conversations this year about Caitlin relinquishing some of the ball handling.
Wow, it only took 11 minutes and 42 seconds for one media member to ask one question about Caitlin Clark.
Duties. How did that idea kind of come about, and how did she take it? Was she on board from the beginning, or did you have to kind of convince her a bit?
This is not some revolutionary idea. I mean, I think when you watch professional sport, you see that across the board. You see it in the NBA, you see it in the WNBA. We've seen it with players in our league too. It's just the way that people and teams play Caitlin is different than they play everyone else. It's the nature of her skill set, of what she brings to the table, and it's really the ultimate compliment. And so in order to alleviate how hard she has to work on every single possession, it's important to get her off the ball sometimes. When you think about what are the ways that you can rest while you're on the floor, that's one way. Now you get it, not 94 feet away, but what's half of 94? My math's not all that great, but 40 something, 30 something feet away from.
Half of 94 is 47. Clearly we have two people that don't know math very well. Let's continue.
The rim, I mean, it's better, and even better if it's second or third side of the floor when we've got a little bit of a rotation. And this is I know people are freaking out about this thing. It's not all the time thing either. It's just it's a way to help her load management. It's a way to help alleviate some of the extra stuff that's put on her shoulders throughout the course of a game.
You don't rest on the floor. I'm glad you said that there, Micro. You don't rest on the floor. So what you're telling, so make up your mind. Are you putting her in the corner or off the ball to rest? Or are you putting her off the ball to actually do something? Because when she's off the ball, it seems more like she's not doing anything. And I will put some of that on Caitlin Clark herself. She has to cut without the ball. She can't just stand there like a statue. But then she has to be running, like they have to be running something for her to be moving, not just her randomly moving. What's the point of just cutting back and forth if the play isn't actually called for her? So that's the question. Are you putting her off the ball to call a play for her, or are you putting her off the ball to stand her in the corner and get some time to just breathe? Because if that's the case, you might as well put her on the goddamn bench. Put her on the bench. Let her rest on the bench. She doesn't have to rest on the floor. Resting on the floor might be the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. You rest on the bench, not on the court. So if she's going to be off of the ball, the play needs to be run for her, because the plays are typically not run for her when she has the ball. They're typically run for other people who she's setting up. Most of Caitlin Clark's offense seems to come off of her just doing a pull-up three which I'm not the biggest fan of. A step back, again, not the biggest fan of. These are low efficiency shots. But they're not running plays for her when she has the actual ball in hand. So if you're running her off, run her off to get her the ball and score, not to have her just stand in the corner and suck her damn thumb. It doesn't, Uncle J.E. It does not sound like Caitlin's team. It sounds like they're trying to do everything other than make it her team. Like, this is nonsense. It's nonsense. I'm not crazy. I coached basketball. If she's running pick and roll, that pick and roll is not for her. It's for the damn roller or the pick and pop. It's not really for her. She's really the second option on a pick and roll. The first option is the person screen and rolling. It's absolutely unbelievable to listen to this type of crap and then compare it to the NBA. You want to know what I don't see them run when she has the ball going 94 feet? I don't see a screener coming her run a person into a screen. I see her literally dribbling the ball up the court by herself with no help. That's what I see. Anyone who knows basketball knows that a lot of times, what separates the point guard from the defender is a screener that comes from behind, set a screen, get that person off your point guard. And it's typically done pretty before half court. This is shit, man. This is shit. And if they want her to set back screens for people, they want her to screen for others to get others open. Fuck we. God.
That's something Aaliyah is going to be obviously carrying the ball up and initiating some of the offense.
Point forward,
Heck
baby.
yeah, let's do it.
That's right. I mean, and you saw it a year ago. You saw it with AB. You got Kelsey on the floor, and look, we want to position our players to be successful. And sometimes it takes a little bit of tweaking in your thinking about how you can do that, and how you can do that. While resting them in live action is really important because we don't want it to be on the other end of the floor. No.
All right, man. God almighty. That's so bad. Leah Boston, yeah, you want to be the point forward. Yeah, we see how that works out. Point forward. I want to see some of these comments. My God. These comments are a joke. This is a joke. Oh, here's a comment. Stephanie White took 2 separate shots at Cece in her off-ball answer, by the way. Referenced last year's playmaking without Cece as if they were fine last year without her. So they'll be fine this year with her off-ball. Sarcastically said she doesn't want Cece resting on defense, which not only implies that she's a bad defender, but also actively suggests that she's not trying on defense. Stephanie White wants Caitlin to be prime Klay Thompson so bad, a 3-and-D wing. Apparently, the only way to get player rest is being off ball, aka exactly what the defense wants you to do. They're not pressuring her for fun. The defense would rather the ball be out of her hands. You're just doing their job for them. Stephanie White wants Raven as her starting point guard so bad. She raves about Raven so differently than she does about Clark. It's hilarious. Yeah. Look, man, I'm gonna give some feedback on Caitlin, and some of y'all may not like it because I was going back and forth with the person who watches the show on Instagram today, and I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of the problems that Caitlin Clark has are self-inflicted, and people ain't gonna like it. A lot of the problems that Caitlin Clark has in the league on this team, self-inflicted, and let me explain why before you lose your minds. Caitlin Clark has never verbalized anything. She never verbalizes a thing. Anything that bothers her, she stays quiet. I don't know if you watch NBA players, but when they're pissed, they let you know they're pissed. Jaylen Brown just got knocked out of the playoffs yesterday or 2 days ago, and he went on his damn own freaking stream and he said, Joel Embiid's a flopper. The NBA sucks. They're just giving, like, the NBA is full of shit. And that's from Jaylen Brown. And I'll be real. Do I think he sounded a little bit butthurt? Yeah, they were up 3-1. You blew it. Like, you blew it, bro. And a lot of stuff, but are there facts in what he said? Yes, the league is a flopping ass league. 295-pound Joel Embiid gets tapped and he falls to the ground like as if you kicked him in the fucking balls. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. When Caitlin Clark has had the opportunity to be on a podium and literally go scorched earth off in a press conference, she never does. Period. She never does. She never does. When players are pissed at officiating, guess what? They get fined. They give no fucks. They give no fucks. They will go on a press conference and they will rip referees in the NBA, and they will get fined a lot of money. The fine in the WNBA is $500. Take the fine. Take the goddamn fine. Stop trying to be so liked by everybody. This is your career. You have to take your career by the horns. If you allow other people to dictate your career is going to go down in smoke, which is why I think she will probably average about 18-8. Because Caitlin Clark, for as much as I think she's an incredible basketball player and the greatest thing I've ever seen on the basketball court in a female's body, and what she can do, there's no other one that can actually do it. She's personally responsible for what she says and doesn't say. And if she doesn't take her career into her hands and say, fuck this nonsense, mind you, I heard her actually voice a little issue in a game where she shot 13 free throws. Am I wrong? Was I crazy? Am I crazy? Please let me know. Because I could have swore I heard that she alluded to the fouls that were called in that game. But she benefited from those fouls. She got 13 free throws in that game. So all this crap going on with Stephanie White, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, whoever, the league, the referees, all the complaining, all of it, from fans, from this, from that. You ain't liked. Who cares? Who cares if they like you or don't like you? You're there to ball. You're there to dominate. Unless your goal is just to get along. If your goal is to just get along, I'm saying, Ayers, I don't know. Did someone, I could have swore I heard her say it. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm saying, let me know if I'm crazy. But she kind of voiced issues with how the refs were in that game. Am I crazy again? I don't know. You are who you are. You want your career, or you want Stephanie White to dictate how your career goes? Because I can tell you one thing is for certain. If Caitlin Clark comes out publicly and says Stephanie White sucks as a coach, and she's never going to do it, and Stephanie White's holding me back, and she's never going to do it, and she says, fans, I can't stop what's happening. My coach is stopping me from being a ball player, which she's never going to do. Stephanie White will be fired the next day. Stephanie White would be fired the next day, but she'll never do it. You want to know why Stephanie White will be fired the next day? Because you know what happens? You know what's happened and what we're seeing happen this Saturday? Caitlin Clark fans stopped buying tickets to Indiana Fever games. Has any WNBA player shit on their coach openly? I have no idea. I haven't watched this shit long enough to know. I know they have done. I know they've done so in the NBA, and I know coaches have gotten fired right before making the playoffs Mike Malone. I mean, someone just mentioned it. Joker got his coach fired last year. And they lost in the first round again this year. Is he going to get this next guy fired? This crap is okay. Then she praised the ref. Okay, I'm just trying to gather. I was on the road, on Friday. I didn't see the interviews. I could have swore someone said it in one of their videos. Maybe I misheard. I blame her. Now I will tell you another thing. So when I said, remember the title was Indiana Fever Drama is Real? Well, we just found drama and I wasn't even looking for it. I mentioned drama already earlier on other stuff. This is real drama. This is real BS right here. This is real BS. My career is at stake. My financial success is at stake. I control that shit. I'm not letting you, Stephanie White, have me turn into a fucking stand in the corner basketball player, hoping the ball shows up because you don't want me to get tired. Are you kidding? Caitlin has said nothing ever in a press conference about anyone, any referee, any person on another team who literally clotheslined her ass. She could have. She never did. She should have. Not could have. She should have. So here's my problem that I also have with Caitlin. Caitlin Clark's game has not evolved. It has not evolved right now. And what I mean by it has not evolved is her game that I've seen in these preseason games. Again, you say preseason, that doesn't matter. Yeah, in theory, it doesn't matter. But because of how the WNBA works and the fact that she was injured literally all of last year and pretty much all the way and probably until January, her game, I have not seen an evolution in her game. Usually you'll see, and it's not just her, it is a league-wide thing. There is very little evolution in the game of basketball players in the WNBA. People can agree with me or disagree with me. Yeah, we have not seen her play. You're right. We have not seen her play. I didn't see evolution from year 1 to year 2. We saw her get stronger and slower, or she was hurt the entire time. But even in the preseason for 15 minutes, I want to see her do a pump fake, take 3 steps in or 2 steps in, 2 dribbles in, and take a 17-foot jump shot. I want to see her catch the ball in the post and big sister a little guard. I'm not making anything up. I don't see anyone's game. I'm saying this is a league, man. Okay, pay attention. I don't see a lot of players' games evolve in this league. What is Kelsey Mitchell's game evolve from? She's the same fucking player she was 7 years ago. She's still not a point guard. She's a 5'8" 2. She still plays shitty defense. She's still fast. Her game is what her game is. It has not changed. Aaliyah Boston, we're 3 years in. What difference is in her game from today, from her first year? 0. 14-8, 15-8. She's the exact same player. In fact, she might be worse. Sabrina Ionescu, what difference from her game from year 1 to year 7? You think Kelsey Mitchell and AB have improved Caitlin Clark's game? Hell no, Micro. Hell no. Hell no. NBA players' games have evolved through work in the offseason as well. I don't believe that WNBA players work all that much in the offseason. I think Caitlin Clark does, but I think she's working on her stuff that she already does well. I watched a freaking little midget guard lock her up. The New York Liberty, That little guard Pryor who got cut made it hell for Caitlin Clark to dribble the ball down the court. Made it hell for her to dribble the ball down the court. Uncle J.E., it probably hasn't. Rakaya Jackson's game probably hasn't gotten better either. I'm going to be real with you. I don't know that there's that. Camila Cardoso, does she look better today than she looked 3 years ago? No. No. I want her to, okay, I'm going to put this comment up. You want them to evolve their game in a league that hasn't evolved in 30 years. Yes, that's literally what we're talking about. Yes, that's literally how you get better as a player. What do you do in the offseason? What are you doing in the offseason? Are you what are you working on? What are you working on? In the offseason, what exactly do you work on? I can tell you, look at the players in the damn league that you probably think are great. You want to know the one player that I think has evolved their game somewhat over her career? A'ja Wilson. A'ja Wilson's gotten better in her career. You see, Nafisa Collier's gotten better in her career. But most of these players are the exact same shit they were leaving college. You don't need a new era to evolve your game individually. You don't need a new era to catch the ball in the block and bust down a fucking 5'9" guard that you're bigger than. You don't need a new era for that. It's another skill that you develop. I'm talking about skill development that she taking a mid-range jumper over a 30-foot jump shot. A 30-foot jump shot will never be a fucking efficient shot. It will never be an efficient shot. I think Angel Reese's game got marginally better. She still can't make fucking layups all that well, but her game has gotten marginally better. You don't want to hear that. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's gotten marginally better. Caitlin Clark is 10 times the player Angel Reese is. 10 times the player. I want to see fucking Caitlin Clark when she's on the floor, catch a ball on a small guard in the post and fucking back her down. I want to see Caitlin Clark catch a ball on the wing, instead of jacking a fucking three, pump fake, take 2 or 3 dribbles in and shoot a 15 to 17 footer. I want to see that. Because you want to know what that will do? That keeps the fucking opponent honest. That's a marginal skill improvement. That's all. That's all. The WNBA will never be a 30-foot spread the floor shot thing. The WNBA will never, ever in your life, as long as we're breathing, we will never see girls shooting 30-footers like this. Never. They shoot air balls from 22 feet. That's all I'm sitting here saying. When you're a gunner from the perimeter, a couple of dribbles turn it into a 17-footer, boom. Now guess what? You'll be even more open, and you might not have to be 30 feet out. No, coaching has not evolved either, but this is not about coaching. This is about you individually on your own. I tell my kids every fucking day. I tell my son every single day. I didn't say back her down from the three. I mean, catch the ball in the post, like a post player. Michael Jordan, for those of you my age, Michael Jordan caught the ball on the block and 8 people. You can be disappointed. I'm one of the better YouTubers. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm also a coach, and I have a kid that plays basketball. And I coach basketball. Evolution is individual work. Your game is individual work. It's not about the fucking league. It's about what you do on your own. How do you change your game? How do you get better? Because you want to know what Aaliyah Boston to me looks like the same damn player she was as a rookie. Kelsey Mitchell is the same player she was 6-7 years ago. Lexi Hull is the same player she was 4 years ago. Except that Caitlin Clark should have to give her wide open shots because she still can't dribble a basketball. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Michael Jordan had to lift weights to get bigger. Like, did you watch? I don't know how old you are, Baltimore Ravens. How old are you? Because Michael Jordan was 180 pounds when he got to the NBA. He was skinny. He gained weight. He got stronger. And you comparing a 6'6" MJ to a 6 foot. Yes, a 6 foot player, woman, is the equivalent to a 6'6" man because the average height of an NBA player is about 6'6". It's about 6'5", 6'6". Michael Jordan at 6'6" is not a big NBA player. He was not a big NBA player. And most of the time, Caitlin Clark has smaller guards on her. Oh, you know what? If you're going to be condescending and sarcastic, I don't know what to tell you. It's about dunking. Whatever, bro. Whatever, dude. You can keep going. You're in a mode now. Be in your mode. If you want to be a sarcastic ass and say next time I want her dunking, no one can. Stop it, bro. Stop it. What do you do in December, January, February, March? Hell, November, December, January, February, and March. You know what I told my son? Straight up. You know what my son and I deal with? My son plays travel ball. He says, well, coach doesn't ever give me a chance, right? He doesn't trust me. Oh, okay. He don't trust you. First of all, I think he does trust you because you play like 20-minute game for travel basketball and it's running clock sometimes. He plays you at least 14 minutes. So he trusts you enough that you're out there for 14 minutes, right? Okay. How do we get better? How do you get better? Do you just go to practice with the team? What do you do when you're not with your team? What do you do? And I'm not sitting here saying Caitlin doesn't work because Caitlin works. I know she works. I'm saying work on things that will make you different than what you already are. For my son, it's develop a mid-range jump shot. Because none of these kids can really shoot the ball. Even with today's generation, they can't shoot. We are a press and run team, layups. We don't shoot the ball very well from the perimeter. And I told him flat out, if you develop a mid-range jump shot, you will be impossible to guard at this age level. And we start there, and then we move from that. But how do you get better at it if you're only doing it in practice with your team? You don't. You don't. And that's what I'm sitting here talking about. You don't get better it's on your own. It's on your own. And I know Caitlin Clark has not maxed out her game yet. I know she hasn't maxed it out. And maybe it ain't going to be in Indiana. Maybe it will be somewhere else. Maybe it will be somewhere else. Maybe it's not in Indiana. Sabrina Ionescu was the same damn player she was 6 years ago. Go watch. You don't believe me? Watch. About the only thing different about Sabrina's game is that she shoots the ball from maybe a little bit further out. But I don't want you shooting the ball from further out, realistically. I'm trying to figure out what you're. I literally said that she should catch the ball on the post, and you told me that I compared her to Michael Jordan. She's a bigger guard. She's usually being guarded by people that are smaller than her. So do you believe that she should be shooting 30-footers over those players? Or do you think that she should be catching the ball on the block on that same 5'9" guard and taking that player to school? It's barbecue chicken. Yes, he had to get bigger and stronger. Yes, she is training. Training, yes. Is she doing the things that will allow that she can do on the court that change her game? That's all I'm saying. But I do think she has to open her damn mouth. It starts with opening her damn mouth. If you want to see her shoot 30 fucking footers and shoot 34% from 3, cool. But that's what she's going to shoot from three. It ain't going to jump up to 44%. It won't jump like that. Yes, she's made them sometimes. That will never be a good shot. Rib tip, yo, you got some ribs and tips and sauce, man? You barbecue? I'm trying to. I don't know why it's so hard to explain. We all know that 30-footers are not efficient shots. I think anybody that watches basketball knows that a 30-footer is probably a very inefficient shot. I want to see that damn mid-range. I want to see mid-range. Mid-range, if you can kill in the mid-range, you're a killer. Do you blame Iowa coach? No, I don't. I don't blame the Iowa coach. The Iowa coach ran her offense through her best player because the rest of her players were flat fucking garbage. She had a superstar and a bunch of fucking bums, bluntly. So I don't blame Lisa Bluter for maximizing the best player that she had, the best player she ever had. I have no blame for her at all. But that's also why we're watching. That's why we're watching. We're watching this shit because of what she did at Iowa. If we were watching, that's the only reason we're here. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be here right now. None of us would give a damn. None of us would give a damn. We wouldn't care. You wouldn't be watching. I wouldn't be watching. None of us would be watching if Lisa Bluter didn't have that happen at Iowa. And I do believe that Caitlin Clark is not going to be a successful player playing a slow offense. So if that's the route that fucking Stephanie White wants to go, well, Caitlin Clark should be demanding a trade. I don't know if CC understands that. I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility. Michael Jordan averaged 28 points a game as a rookie. Just a reminder. He averaged 28 points per game as a rookie. And he averaged in his third year 37 a game. Look, I'm Baltimore Ravens. We're going to find out. We're going to find out this year. So if she has the rise that MJ had in year 3, that means that this year she should average 28 to 30 points a game. It ain't going to fucking happen. But that's what she should average if you're going to go by Michael Jordan metrics. Yeah. He averaged 37 points his third year. But you understand that also we are talking about what? No one believed at the moment that Jordan was the greatest player in the history of basketball in his rookie year. Caitlin Clark came into the league with people saying she's the greatest women's basketball player we've ever seen. Hell, I said it. A lot of people said it. Aaliyah Boston, right? Aaliyah Boston's the connector, right? I'm reading y'all comments. Aaliyah Boston's the connector, right? She's the point forward, right? They just told us that, right? They just told us that she's the point forward. All you need is someone to pass the ball into her in the paint. Listen, I got a whole lot of Caitlin Clark basketball cards that I'd like to have value with. And I'm watching this shit because of her. Like most of us are. Like many, at least that follow my channel. Most of us who watch my channel are. Caitlin Clark has to take her career by the horns. That's what it comes down to. Rather than whining and complaining on the court about calls, which does no good, realistically, complaining about calls on the court doesn't do any good. You can, thank you, Alexis. Yeah, I would agree. Fundamental basketball is passing until someone has an open shot. Yeah, it is. I don't think she takes 18 shots a game. No, I don't either. Okay, have you ever? Okay, if you think more is okay, you put her second or third. Fine. Have you ever? Why are you watching the WNBA right now? Why are you watching the WNBA right now? Are you watching because of Maya Moore, or are you watching because of Caitlin Clark? WNBA. I mean, I had them at 28 and 16, somewhere between 25 and 28 wins. 28 and 16 was the high. I think I'm dropping it down to probably 26 and 18. I'm not feeling what I'm seeing. I agree. How many? What? I have no idea. Let me check. Let's see. I really don't know, actually, to be honest. I don't know, to be honest. I didn't really check that. Because sometimes they'll do it right there, and other times they'll do it later on. Let's see here. I should. I agree. I should have 30,000 subs, but for some reason, I have a beef with the algorithm. My beef with the algorithm is that I do other sports. According to this, I got 13 new subs off of that video when I cooked. According to this, could be more. I should have that, but unfortunately, I do other sports. So because I do other sports like Miami Hurricanes and combat sports and other shit, that kind of has an impact on the algorithm. And then I think maybe I cuss too much at times. And then also my videos are longer. I think some people like really, really short videos and their attention span is real short. So they cut it 6-7 minutes if the video's 15, but you missed half the video. So you don't really know what's what until you watch the whole thing. Look, I watched Maya Moore. I watched Maya Moore. And for a lot of us, we watched this because Caitlin Clark did stuff, and it wasn't for me. It wasn't just the parking lot shooting. It was I watched her pass the basketball. I can't speak for other people, but I know when I watched her at Iowa, that some of her passing was ridiculous. Like she's hitting touchdowns on everything. Like she's throwing that ball down the court. And it was the most impressive thing I'd ever seen. But when I sit there and I listen to a press conference and you're trying so hard to convince all of us that she should go stand in the corner, I think it's crazy. I think that this is absolutely fucking insane. I think it's insane. You're cutting your first round pick after 1 year, and you're bringing in an old vet and adding her to a roster that has enough unstable minds on this roster already as is. That's some stuff right there. I mean, you want to pair up Natasha Cloud with Skylar Diggins. They're both point guards, by the way. So you want to have, so is Cloud going to come off the bench? You got some unhinged people on this team now. And then you're including that with Courtney Vandersloot, who probably is part of the reason Angel Reese got traded. Very, very weird to me. But yeah, it is the nutshell of for the WNBA have won these old hags forever. I just want to see Caitlin Clark take her fucking career. And at the end of the day, she owns all of it. She owns all of it. I think so too, Celia. I think so too. What are the other reasons you watch Shriek? Love to know. Let us know. Let us know the other reasons. People are breaking it down. Are they? Nah, interesting. I think her dad is just like resigned himself. Her boyfriend can't say anything. Her brother can't say anything. Her agent, useless. We think we know this by now. If I'm Caitlin Clark, I'm begging to get out of there. Begging. I'm demanding it. I'm demanding it. There's a lot of players. There's a lot of players she could play with, man. In my opinion. Yeah, very, very odd that you'd have the same agent as Natasha Cloud, who's not a big fan of yours. If I was Caitlin Clark, I'd be like, how can you have her as a client? Like, you got me, and you got this psycho that don't like me. You got this psycho Natasha Cloud who doesn't like me. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be like, yeah, you got to fire her. You got to dump her. You got to dump her, or I'm leaving. So let's look at this other part right here before we jump off tonight. Lauren Betts. Lauren Betts, I'll tell you right now, I want to talk about her before we go. I watched that game yesterday with her and against the Atlanta Dream. And people can give their opinions and comments. She looked good. 15 points in the first half. Her skill set is really, really high. Like, she hit down a couple of mid-range jump shots. Of course, people said she couldn't shoot. When she catches a rebound or a pass up here, it stays up here. It doesn't come down to her waist. I mean, she has great hands. She's long. She knows how to use her body. She caught the ball in the paint, like in the ink. Next, right, basically on the freaking restricted circle line, right in front of it, with Angel Reese on her, an easy layup. Like, there's no one that can stop that. There's no one that can stop that. I mean, Lauren Betts to me is going to be an absolute freakish player. Okay, I'm not okay. Airs. There's not one WNBA player that has a jump shot. Let's put that out right now. It's a set shot, just like literally everybody's shot in the WNBA. It's a set shot. There's no one taking an NBA jump shot in the WNBA. I'm talking about a mid-range shot, period. No, she does not. Airs. I need you to Airs, respectfully, no one in the WNBA has a true jump shot. A true jump shot. A true, understand what I'm saying? True jump shot. A true jump shot is that you're in the airs, when you're shooting the ball. The ball coming up here and being let go when you're jumping is not really. No, she doesn't. Paige doesn't have no damn jump shot. Paige is shooting the ball just like that. Paige brings the ball down here to her fucking stomach and goes up with it. There ain't a player in the league, in my opinion, from what I've seen, that has a true jumper, like getting off the ground. They're not releasing it at the top of their jump. They're releasing it from their fucking neck, most of them. You think the 30-footer's a jump shot? You think the 30-footer's a jump shot? All right, man. Whatever you say. All right, man. Whatever you say. I'm not going to argue it. I'm not going to argue with it. I have looked at it. I've looked at it a million times. Caitlin Clark takes the ball here. She brings it in, and she goes up. She's literally jumping while she's jumping while she's shooting. A true jump shot is when your legs are literally in the fucking air up here, and the ball's being shot. What are we talking about? If y'all want to argue it, go watch it. I'm not going to argue the point of most women's shot is a push shot. It's a push shot. Yes, Lester. Yes, yes. Come on, Lucille. Get the fuck out of here. You're just trolling now. What did she say? Washington coach, we're not having her come off the bench. Mop top, weren't you telling me that Lauren Betts was going to come off the bench last week? I told you she would start. Didn't you tell me that she was coming off the bench last week? Kennedy Carter got a jump shot. Yeah, you know what? Boom, you're right. Kennedy Carter got a jump shot. She don't have a long distance jump shot. She has a short jump. She has a mid-range jump shot, but she does have a jump shot. You're right. Sophie Cunningham shoots the ball off her fucking stomach. Lexi Hull shoots the ball off her chest. Kelsey Mitchell might have a jump shot. Yeah, Kelsey Mitchell has a jump shot. I stand corrected. You see that? I can actually correct myself. Most WNBA players do not have real jump shots. By definition of jump shots. They're mostly push shots. So, okay, I know you're going to point out every fucking player. Okay, Kelsey Mitchell has a jump shot. Okay. Could Kelsey Mitchell make that jump shot from 30 feet out? The answer is no. It would be an air ball. Be an air ball. Point being is that most of them shoot the ball from their goddamn hips. They shoot from their legs. They shoot while they're jumping. That's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying. God, oh God, Jesus Lord. So Lauren Betts. So she has a mid-range push shot, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, she has a push shot. She made the push shot. Yeah, people said she couldn't make a shot from 15 feet. Well, she made 2 of them yesterday. Around the rim, she's going to be very, very difficult to stop. She's a very intelligent, high IQ basketball player. And I think the Washington Mystics got themselves a steal. Especially after we've seen now AZ Fudd look like she's a fucking mediocre basketball player so far in the WNBA. I didn't go on a debate. I love Lauren Betts. Yes, I love Lauren Betts. You literally said she has no jump shot. We all know what I'm talking about, bro. Does Aaliyah Boston have a jump shot? No. But we all would call it a jump shot based on the fucking WNBA. Lord. How about we redo the draft? Oh, the draft, I can already redo it. Betts, Miles, McMahon, throw everybody else away. There's your draft. Betts, Miles, McMahon, everybody else, trash. Lauren Betts catches the ball here, turns, boom, layup. You ain't touching me. You ain't touching me. You ain't touching me. She's going to be fucking serious. And the Washington Mystics got a damn gift by some of the dumbest teams on the planet. I'm telling you from obviously. I have not watched Flau'jae Johnson. Okay, Raven Johnson will be my number 4 pick. If Betts wasn't half black, oh God. I guess I can't be racist, right, Marlon? Right? But maybe I am. It's hard for me to do a redraft right now. Lauren Betts would be one. Miles would be number 2, and number 3 would be McMahon, and then I'd have to figure out from there. Probably Raven Johnson would be number 4. I haven't watched Seattle play, so it's hard for me to give an opinion on Flau'jae Johnson. Well, let's take a look. Oh, okay. So, because you were telling me last week that that they were saying Shakira Austin was going to start. I can't imagine that Shakira Austin starts right now. If they start Shakira, it'll be next to Betts. It won't be in lieu of Betts. Flau'jae Johnson. Oh, she had 20. Ah, she had 20. Okay. Flau'jae Johnson be number 5. I'm gonna tell you right now, Flau'jae Johnson better get used to losing. Because I think this team is gonna be fucking terrible. This roster is complete dog shit. She's on a bad team. She's on a real bad team. I don't think Shakira Austin should make a trade request. She's getting paid over $1 million. She should fight to be the number. She should fight to be the number 4, the 4, play the power forward role, and then have Kiki play the 3. That's what she should be doing. Or maybe, a max deal. Or maybe next time she shouldn't stay in China and play basketball there. Why you shitting on AZ Fudd? Do you want her dad Elmer to? Oh Lord. I think she should be wanting to play the 4. You know what the high low would look like with her and Shakira Austin, and if Kiki Irfan really is developing that jump shot, push shot, set shot, whatever you want to call it, if she's developing a perimeter shot, then I mean that's a scary option right there. Look, they're going to be young. They're real young. They're real young. They're really young. So it's a team that I'm telling you right now is going to be fun to watch because you're going to watch true growth on a team. And I think that's exciting. But yeah, Flau'jae is going to have to deal with a lot of bad basketball this year because that team's going to suck. That team is going to flip and suck. Let's take a look at the draft since y'all asked me to redraft right now. Round 1. Okay. Betts, Betts, Miles, Cody, Raven, Flau'jae. Obviously, Tyna Mayer won't be in this list because she got cut. What the hell's Kiki Rice done? Has she done anything? You see, I don't always keep you see, I don't kick everyone out all the time. I may have kicked people out in the past for doing too much, but I don't kick them out just for whatever. I don't do that. I don't know if I've kicked them out or not. I have no idea. If I have, I have. But, it's because people get out of control sometimes. Who the hell does Kiki Rice play for? Toronto? Kiki Rice ain't even starting. Jesus Lord. She had 10 and 5. I gotta watch more. The top 5 would be the 5 that I mentioned. After that, I'd have to really figure it out. If Raven Johnson is the starting point guard in 2027, that means Caitlin Clark won't be on this team anymore. Let's be real. She won't be on this team anymore. She would either have forced her way out with a trade or they traded her on their own. Because there's no way in hell Raven Johnson will be the starting point guard for Indiana next year in 2027. Not a chance in hell. Here's my biggest problem with everything that's gone on in the WNBA. This is totally separate of all this stuff. By the way, again, like I said, Lauren Betts crushing it. I'm looking forward to it. I got to now put the Washington Mystics on my day-to-day schedule for what I do. But yo, seriously, when they did this CBA, I don't know what the hell they were thinking about. Why did they just reschedule? Why didn't they just reschedule this season? Why won't they go on an NBA schedule and match the NBA schedule and play from October to April? They'll play 2 games a week. They'll fit their whole season in. They won't have to stop the season to play in some World Cup. They won't have to stop the season to play in the Olympics. They won't have to stop the season for any variety of silly reasons. They stop worrying about these ancillary outlier leagues that nobody gives a shit about. If Unrivaled wants to exist, guess what? Unrivaled, you can play your season in freaking April, May, and June, July, however you want. It's South Florida. It's always hot here. They can go on plenty of Sunday yacht trips and all that stuff. Project B is dead. It was DOA from the moment they mentioned it. So anybody that signed with Project B, you're never going to get paid. Understand that the league is never going to happen. And if it happens, I'll come back here and I'll wipe out my face some gook because then I'll have to eat my words. But that garbage shit is never going to freaking happen. They should have run this league concurrently to the NBA season, put 5 more months in between us, had their draft and freaking set their draft. They should have, this should have been part of the negotiation. Set this shit in damn freaking May for a draft. Have these women have a chance to work out. Instead, you're cutting draft picks in a league that has no flipping talent, has no talent at all. And then you Russian college players to jump right in. They get no chance to get ready for basketball. They literally went. I mean, hell, have Lauren? I think they already have because I think they have. But have Lauren Betts and the rest of the crew graduated from college? Do they got to go back for a college graduation in the next 2 weeks at UCLA? Possibly. I don't know. I will never buy another Lexi Hall jersey, Lester. But no one's going to it. No, the people that go to NFL games and NBA games are not going to WNBA games, Baltimore. They're not going to WNBA games. I don't know how many people you think that watch the NFL are going to WNBA games. Again, this is not. You're worried about another league. You're worried about a different league. Worry about your league and the success of your league. And running your league concurrent to the Major League Baseball, guess what? It ain't helped them before. It ain't helped them before. So the WNBA, guess what? You can have Unrivaled in the summertime. You can have Unrivaled in the summertime. You're fucking your talent up. You're screwing your talent up. Your talent is being damaged by how you run your league with not enough opportunity for college players to sit here and say, yo, I need a rest. I just played a freaking entire college basketball season. I need a month off. I need to get ready for the draft. And maybe we wouldn't have had 6 UCLA Bruins drafted in the first 18 picks. Because Gabriela Jaquez was not a first-round talent. Angela Dugalich was not a first-round talent. We literally watched the Tanaya Latson have her entire draft stock tank because she played at South Carolina this year. Where if she had an off-season opportunity to work out for teams, they would have seen that she's incredibly skilled. But what they really saw was her play at South Carolina for a year. And like, she's 5'8". She kind of disappears at times. The Valkyries, 60% of people that they never went to. Yeah, I believe it. Because they couldn't afford it, I presume. Because I'm sure a Warriors ticket cost a fortune. But I'm not going to sit here and act like you guys, like, yes, they have these clauses in which you can't go skydiving, you can't go on motorcycles, you can't do this, you can't play basketball if you're a football player. You can't do it. You can't do things that can get you hurt. And yet this dumbass league allows these players to go travel overseas and play in different leagues in the whole nine and then get fucking hurt or go to Unrivaled and get hurt. And then the whole concept of this whole stupid CBA was to say, we want to just have you play in the WNBA. And guess what? Here we are right now. And they're still playing in they're playing in other leagues. And you got people that were injured and missed the entire camp. It's insane. And they're paying injured players. And exactly. Insane. Insane. It's insane. It's absolutely freaking nuts what we're watching going on right now. The leagues run like shit. They signed a CBA that literally has the same crap as it had before. You're giving an extension to a player who was injured coming into this season. Why? Why? Yeah, he retired because he blew his knee out from it. He was never the same player. And this is what I'm talking about. Stay around, build your brand, all these different things. Build your brand, get to work, keep working on your game, all these different things. Do all of this stuff. No, let's go over and play in China. Let's go play in China. Let's go play in China. Let's go play Unrivaled. Let's go get hurt there. The max contracts are too low. Oh, I agree. I agree. The max contracts are messed up because the max contract should have been 2.5 million. The max contract should have been like 40% of the cap. That's what makes it a max deal. 35 to 40% of the cap. Instead, they made the max deal embarrassing to where I'm sitting here right now as I'm Asia Wilson. I'm saying I'm making $1.4 million and I'm making the same amount of money as Shakira Austin. Are you kidding me? I'm making the same amount of money as XYZ. I'm making the same amount of money as Ariel Atkins. Are you kidding me? I'm making the same amount of money as Kelsey Mitchell. Are you kidding me? I'm looking at you like you're out of your goddamn mind that I'm making the same amount of bread as these other players. I'm the best player in the if I'm Asia Wilson, this is what I'm saying. I'm Asia Wilson. I'm the best player in the damn world. I should be making double what these people are making. They should have been 2.5 million so that you can't give 3 players a max fucking deal. Yeah. You want to pay old players? Fuck the old players. This is a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. Sitting here and you're watching players that are freaking mediocre as shit getting paid max deals. The mediocre max deal club. I mean, what are we doing? You got a league team playing Temi Feck Bentley $1 million. $1 million. I don't care about selling out a goddamn wrestler. I care about the fact that she's the best player in the world, in her opinion. She's a 4-time MVP, and she's being paid the same amount of money as some scrub in the league. Because Caitlin Clark next year will get a max deal, a super max deal. She's gonna get it. She's gonna get it. Like, stop. This isn't about what you can sell anymore. This is about what it is. You have a fucking cap. And your max player should make way more than. I mean, let's be real. who's better to y'all? Who's better? I'm asking the question. Who is better, Kelsey Mitchell or Aaliyah Boston? Who's a better player, Kelsey Mitchell or Aaliyah Boston? Put it in the comment. Kelsey Mitchell or Aaliyah Boston? How are you paying Breanna Stewart a max deal right now? She's 34 years old. I think most of us would agree that no. It's not about moving the needle. Stop. This isn't about selling tickets. This isn't about selling tickets. You would take AB over Kelsey Mitchell? You think Aaliyah Boston's better than Kelsey Mitchell? Oh, hell. That's not what I expected. We did a damn poll last year about Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston wasn't in the top 20. This isn't about selling tickets. This is about who's a better player. You think Aaliyah Boston's better than Kelsey Mitchell? Wow. Did not expect that one. I think Kelsey Mitchell's a better player than Aaliyah Boston. I think Kelsey Mitchell's not just a better player. I think it's not even close. We sit here and you rip Aaliyah Boston for being soft. I do not agree. Aaliyah Boston is not better than Kelsey Mitchell. In my opinion, we all disagree on some of us disagree on that clearly. There's no way in the world that you're paying Aaliyah Boston more money than Kelsey Mitchell next year, but they're gonna be. I don't care why someone wasn't invited to Team USA stuff. I don't want Aaliyah Boston on the team either. I think Aaliyah Boston is mentally weak, mentally soft. She can't even give a proper interview. Man, they needed Kelsey Mitchell to carry their ass without Caitlin Clark. No, I don't care because they didn't want Caitlin Clark on the team 2 years ago. Remember that? They did not want Caitlin Clark on Team USA 2 years ago. And the dumbass Chicago Sky got rid of Kennedy Carter 2 years ago. Smashes that. Scrub Mitchell. I got to go bring back the live that Ben Daniel and I did where we did a poll and y'all in the chat hated Aaliyah Boston. Hated on her. Killed it on Unrivaled? Are you using Unrivaled as your barometer? Y'all are using Aaliyah Boston Unrivaled now as a barometer for Aaliyah Boston. Woo, boy. Okay. All right, man. I'm gonna move on from this topic because clearly we are not in agreement on this one. So I got nothing else to say about it because I think the fact that Aaliyah Boston got paid fucking 4 years at $6.5 million is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Chelsea Gray is the best player in Unrivaled for the last 2 years, and she's the fourth option for the Vegas Aces. Trade Boston and Mitchell for Citron Betts. Washington would not do it. Washington would not do it. I don't think AB's a top 5 center in this league. I don't think she's a top 15 post player. We can go down the list. I'm just shocked that y'all would take Aaliyah Boston over Kelsey Mitchell. I wouldn't. And I literally said get rid of Kelsey Mitchell in the offseason. But I said get rid of fucking Aaliyah Boston last year. So what's the new? Aaliyah Boston is as overrated as it gets, in my opinion. As overrated as it gets. Keeping it a buck, if Kelsey Mitchell wasn't on this team. Again, remember, I wanted to draft Tania Latson, who could come in and take Kelsey Mitchell's position, but not have that same ball hog mentality. Okay? That was one of my picks. My other one was Medina Okot because of the size, because this team needs size badly. My other one was Cody McMahon. You think I'm too much? Okay. Cody McMahon, because you need a number one mentality wing option. They do not have that on this team. Asia Wilson or Aaliyah Boston. Asia Wilson. Nafisa Collier or Aaliyah Boston. Nafisa Collier. Aaliyah Boston got taken to the cleaners by Lee Rue. You take Lee Rue over Aaliyah Boston. Alyssa Thomas over Aaliyah Boston. Alyssa Thomas. These are people that play in the post. Alyssa Thomas's offensive game, yeah, she's the point power forward. You'd still take Alyssa Thomas over post. Yes, a 4 is a post. Nafisa Collier does most of her work in the post. Tina Charles is better than Leah Boston. Tina Charles is 37 years old. And I would take Tina Charles right now over Leah Boston. I would take Lauren Betts right now over Leah Boston. Right now. I would take John Quell Jones. That's 7. That's 7 post players I would take right now without thinking too hard about it over Aaliyah Boston at the moment. Brianna Jones, 8. I know you don't want to hear this shit, but I would take Angel Reese over Aaliyah Boston. I've said that a time and time and time again. I would take Angel Reese over Aaliyah Boston over and over and over again. Yes, I would. That's 9. That's 9. I would take De'Erica Hamby over Aaliyah Boston. That's 10. I would take Azare Stevens over Aaliyah Boston. That's 11. I would take Neko Gumake over Aaliyah Boston. That's 12. These are people that play in the post. That's 12. I guess I could stop at 12 because I'm having to think now a little harder, and I don't want to think too hard. I wouldn't take Camila Cardoso anymore over her. Not anymore. Satu's not a post player. She's a shooter. To me, she's not a post. I mean, people that I legitimately think about post. Where was your hero somewhere? I don't even know what you're talking about. I would take Shakira Austin over Aaliyah Boston. That's 13. Like, I'm telling you right now, like this Aaliyah Boston should absolutely be murdering people with her size and skill ability. And instead, she gets shoved around like she's a wet blanket. Is that even a good analogy? Shoved around like a soft pillow, I guess would be a better one. Just pushed around. So I'm not saying centers because there's only 15 teams, but some of these players are 4s that play in the post. She knows her role too well. Yeah, soft. Who is Kelsey Mitchell replaceable with? I just gave you 13 people I would replace Aaliyah Boston with right there. Who is? I also said Aaliyah Boston is the most important player on this team. I did say that. You want me to show you the video? Did you watch it? You've never heard me say she gets fouled too much. Oh, she fouls too much. That's not the same thing. She does foul too much. She's a shitty defender. She doesn't move her feet. They call her. She was named second team all WNBA defense. Does that woman look like a second team defender to you? Not to me. Yes, I think that Latson could replace Kelsey Mitchell because you would be replacing her at a rookie salary. A rookie salary. I don't think Flage could replace Kelsey Mitchell. No. No, I said she gets shoved around. She grabs 8 rebounds. She's 6'5", 220. She grabs 8 rebounds a game. She should be averaging double-digit rebounds. She shrivels up against big-time players. You would take Plum all day over Mitchell? I mean, that's an option. Again, I just named you 13. You can't name me 13 guards you take over Kelsey Mitchell. You'd be lying. You would be absolutely lying. Yeah, she's an untested rookie. She sure is. She sure is. She and you know what? She could have been a backup then, and she could have been a player that you got in training to replace her next year potentially. Whatever you want, you could have done that. Caitlin Clark was in college a year before that, and then she came in and started, right? I mean, it is entirely possible for rookies to start. Olivia Miles started her first game in the preseason. So did AZ Fudd. So did Lauren Betts. I mean, okay, again, name me 13. You've named me 5. You would not replace, you cannot replace, you would not take XYZ over Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell was a first-team All-WNBA player this past year. Let's not take a dump on that. It's not replacing. There's a difference. I'm not talking about that. I would take those other players. Would I take Tania Latson over Kelsey Mitchell right now? No, I would not. I know I'm not getting a better player. There's a difference. Please understand there is a difference. There is a huge difference between what I'm saying and what you're saying. I'm saying to you, I would take all those players over Aaliyah Boston because I think that they are right now better than her. Me saying I would take Tania Latson would be because I'm going to get her on a rookie deal at under $300,000, right? And I'm not going to pay $1.4 million to Kelsey Mitchell for a year. And you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to go out and get me a $1 million plus power forward. I'm going to get myself a $1.4 million power forward so that I actually have a power forward next to my center and not bring in Monique Billings at $800,000 a year who's 6'4" and a career backup. There is a difference. There is an absolute difference. You're just mentioning one player, Alicia Gray. Who else? So you want to name Alicia Gray? You're not replacing Hidalgo with Mitchell with Hidalgo. Hidalgo plays point guard. Mitchell plays 2. Hidalgo plays the 1. So let's go over it. You would take Alicia Gray. Okay, fine. You would take Kelsey Plum. Okay, fine. You would now take Kennedy Carter, which I find is hilarious now for the people who, God, I need to tell Ben Daniel this. The chat is telling everybody now that they wish they had Kennedy Carter over Kelsey Mitchell when all of y'all crucified us for that statement. Crucified us. Now you all jumping on board. Now you're jumping on board. So you got Kennedy Carter, you got Kelsey Plum, and you got freaking Alicia Gray. Name me a 4th. You take Sabrina? Okay, that's 4. No, I said it's harder to replace Kelsey. Latson's not a replacement. I am asking for you to tell me who you think is a better player. Citron's not a better player than Kelsey Mitchell right now. No. Not a chance. No way. Citron is not a better player than Kelsey Mitchell right now. Massively overrate Kennedy Carter. Okay, you would take Sanaya Rivers over Kelsey Mitchell. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Citron is not way better than Kelsey Mitchell. Stop. She's not. Don't become a Mystics fan because of me right now. Because stop. Sonia Citron has the mind of a third option, and I'm telling you right now, Jackie Young. Okay. Jackie Young. Okay. We're not going to get to 13. I promise you that. We're not. Don't bring in small forwards. We're talking about shooting guard. We're not going to get to 13. I promise. I don't know what you're lost with. I don't know what you're lost about. I said who's better. I think there are 13 bigs that are better than Aaliyah Boston right now. 13 post players that are better than her right now. I cannot name 13 shooting guards better than Kelsey Mitchell. I can't name 10. I can't name 6 real ones. Better than. Not who you could replace someone with. Who is better? So Nia Rivers is not an offensive threat. She's a fucking defensive guard. So you got 3. That's about all. Realistically, there's only 3 players that I would say are better than Kelsey Mitchell. And I'm reaching with Sabrina Ionescu because I don't think Sabrina Ionescu is that good. I don't care what dummies in the WNBA would do, Baltimore. What dummies in the WNBA do, I can't help that this is the stupidest league on earth when it comes to talent evaluation. They're tardos, man. They're dumb as hell. Sonia Citron herself, watched my video, said I got to get better at ball handling. She's not a good ball handler. Stop. I got to become a better ball handler. She said it in her interview this year. Start the season. I got to get better at ball handling because she's not a good ball handler. So no, I don't even know what you're talking about there. No, don't agree. Remember, I'm covering the team. Paying attention. Anyone who passes is better? Okay. I said Aaliyah Boston is more important to the success. Aaliyah Boston is more important to the success of this team than fucking Caitlin Clark is right now. Because they don't have a player that's they don't have a healthy player over 6'2". Like, don't compare an apple to an orange. I just did, DJ Doug. Did you just get here? Did you just get here? Did you just get here? I will gladly do it again. Okay, well, you know what? You just put Alicia Gray in there. Alicia Gray just made her first All-WNBA team too, by the way. I mean, I just want to remind you, Alicia Gray had her best season this past year. Alicia Gray just had the best year of her career. All of y'all just picked Alicia Gray, by the way. I said Aaliyah Boston is the most important player to the team because they don't have any bigs, because the team is small. Not because of how good she is or not. Because if you don't have her on your team, you got nobody bigger than 6'2" on that court. And Alicia Gray, career, 13.9 points per game. So Alicia Gray's been in the league now for 9 years. Her first team All WNBA was last season. First. Her best year was this past season. She's never made an All WNBA team, but some of y'all just told me that Alicia Gray, or just shit on Kelsey Mitchell getting a first team All WNBA acknowledgement, but yet that's exactly what Alicia Gray got this year. In fact, Kelsey Mitchell's career is far superior to Alicia Gray. But I'm going to give you the Alicia Gray one because of one season. Because even last year, Kelsey Mitchell averaged more points, shot better from the field, and better from three. Let me confirm the three. Kelsey Mitchell this past season averaged 20.2 points. Alicia Gray, 18.4. 45.6% from the field. Alicia Gray, 45.1. 39.4 from three. Alicia Gray, 38.4 from three. Now, you tell me who the better player is now. You tell me now who the better player is. Because even last year, Kelsey Mitchell was better than Alicia Gray. And every single one of you would say that Atlanta had a better team than Indiana did last year. Does more than what? Does more than what? Career. We're talking careers now. Kelsey Mitchell's career, 17.4. Come on, man. 17.4, 43.1, and 38.1. Alicia Gray, 13.9, 43.0, and 35.5. Stop, man. They don't tell the whole story. She's been better her entire career than Alicia Gray. None of y'all knew many of y'all didn't even know who the fuck Alicia Gray was last year until last year. If Kelsey Mitchell was so good, why didn't any teams want her and she was stuck on the fever all these years? Okay. Alicia Gray played 6 years in Dallas and the last 3 in Atlanta. We didn't know who anybody was because most of us weren't watching any of these fucking people play basketball. No, you know what I know Alicia Gray did you know what I know Alicia Gray did last year in game 3 against Indiana? What did Alicia Gray do? And I love Alicia Gray, by the way. What did Alicia Gray do in Game 3 last year versus Indiana? I can tell y'all. I'm sorry, Game 2. 4 for 16. 9 points. First game, 5 for 16. She lived at the free throw line. She had 20. Third game, that was her best game, 9 of 15. They lost. And wasn't she crying on the court? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Again, Kelsey Mitchell shoots a higher percentage. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, let's look at this. Kelsey Mitchell was the number one option on this team last year. I think we can all agree on that, right? Because Caitlin Clark wasn't playing, right? Can we agree on that? Yeah, Alicia Gray was crying about fans bothering her. Her feelings were hurt. It allowed her it got in her head during the game, so she failed. So, and that was when she was 4 of 16 in Indiana, right? Okay. Kelsey Mitchell played, it was the number one option, right? She was the only scorer on the team last year. Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard still had each other. They both start. They both shoot the ball. So who has a tougher job? Kelsey Mitchell, Alicia Gray, and Ryan Howard, or Ryan Howard. Who has a tougher job? Kelsey Mitchell has a tougher job. She's got all the attention. I mean, I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. Kelsey Mitchell shot a higher percentage from 3 and 2. Kelsey Mitchell had her best year assist-wise, 3.4. She averaged 1.8 rebounds, 0.9 steals. Okay, let's go do your thing. 5.3 rebounds for Alicia Gray, 3.5 assists, 1.1 steals. Okay, so the girl that's 4 inches taller averaged more rebounds. Okay. She averaged 0.1 more assists. Okay. Tell me who the scorers are on Indiana besides Kelsey Mitchell last year. Who were the scorers on the Indiana Fever last year without Kelsey Mitchell? You're playing results and you're ignoring reality. All of you are now Alicia Gray fans. I think it's cute. I think it's really cute. I think it's really cute that you are all now Alicia Gray fans. I need to save this. Are y'all going to cheer for Atlanta too now and Angel Reese? Ayers, 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 be very, very careful where you go with that one. Be very, very careful where you go. So, get a clue. She had to. So you're telling me now that Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, and Aaliyah Boston are better offensive weapons than Ryan Howard, Jordan Canada, Brianna Jones, Brittany Griner, and Naz Hillman. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, please let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. The league was simping for Mitchell. Oh my God. Y'all are really going off the deep end on this one, huh? Wow. Interesting. So now apparently the Fever had a whole lot of off. Y'all wanted to throw Natasha Howard in a goddamn river. Y'all wanted to throw Natasha Howard, strap her ankles with fucking 45-pound weights, and dump her in a river last year. Tripping. Kelsey Mitchell's been averaging 17.9 points, 17.8, 17.9 since her third season. Alicia Gray averaged 13, 9, 10, 13, 12, 13 her first 6 years in Dallas. Cut the shit. Y'all wanted to throw freaking Natasha Howard into a river with fucking 45-pound Cadillacs on her ankles and drowned her to death last year. Sophie Cunningham has never been an offensive weapon. Aaliyah Boston's been the same goddamn player for 3 years. And you're sitting here now saying that she had more options and that they had to force it to Kelsey. Of course they did. They had nothing else. They had nothing else. Atlanta had a better team than Indiana, and they lost to Indiana. And they lost. And Kelsey Mitchell in that series had 27, 19, and 24. Not bad, I'd say. Somebody above said that the three best options, someone above said the three top scoring options around Kelsey Mitchell were Sophie Cunningham, Aaliyah Boston, and Natasha Howard. And Cunningham, hell, she wasn't even playing in the playoffs, so I don't even know who the third one was. Now Kelsey Mitchell gets a whistle. God, y'all really hating Kelsey Mitchell right about now. Aaliyah Boston's been the same goddamn player for 3 straight fucking years. They're literally telling you that Aaliyah Boston's a point forward and everything connects to Aaliyah Boston. And so what does Aaliyah Boston look like in year 3? The same as year 2, the same as year 1. Come on, man. This isn't an argument about who's better, CeCe or Kelsey Mitchell. This is not an argument about who I think is better, CeCe or Kelsey Mitchell. You know the answer to that. You know the answer to that. But jumping on here and sitting here talking about some bullshit about how Kelsey Mitchell was forced. They forced the offense to her. Well, guess what? There was nobody else to force it to. Because Aaliyah Boston fucking sucks. Aaliyah Boston is softer than butter. I wish we could have forced it to Aaliyah Boston, and Aaliyah Boston decided, bitches, I'm about to be Shaq this year. No. I'm going to be. I'm going to be Bam Adebayo. I'm going to be Bam Adebayo. Yes, the question was, no, that wasn't the question. No, the question was not who do we want on the team. The question was, who do you think is better? That's what the question was. That was the question. See, you don't even remember the question. I asked the question. I asked the question. The question was, who do you think is better? You turned it into who do you want on the team. I asked who is better. It is not the same shit. It is not the same shit. No, it's not the same shit. Because in fact, if that's the question, if the question is who is more important to this team right now, this season, Aaliyah Boston or Caitlin Clark, you know what the answer is? Aaliyah Boston. Because Bam is soft as butter, Lester. Because right now, if you ask the question of who's more important, which I did a video on, the answer is Aaliyah Boston. Because they have no flipping size. Not because she's better than Caitlin Clark, but because they have no size. There is a difference. There is a difference. No, they don't deserve the money they're getting paid. I agree with that. No, they don't deserve it. None of them deserve it. There's only 2 players in the league that deserve max deals. That's Asia Wilson and Nafisa Collier. The rest of them should go to the poverty fucking line. There's not a player in the damn league besides those who that deserve, have earned a super max deal right now. None of them deserve it. None of them earned it. If you think that's the same, then we disagree again fundamentally. That's not the same. Not to me. No, he talked shit about me, man. I don't need to watch him. He talked shit about me. He was the cheerleader talking shit about me. Nah, man. I never had a word to say about that dude, but he was the cheerleader while homie was talking a whole lot of shit about me, so he can cheerlead by himself. Caitlin's not eligible for a max deal yet. So of the players that are eligible for it, it's 2 players, Asia Wilson and Nafisa Collier. Kelsey Mitchell falls and gets a whistle. I don't even know what to say to that. Okay. I don't even know what you want me to say to that. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what you want me to say. Kelsey Mitchell averaged, she got the whistles last year. The year before, she only got 4.4 for a game. So last year, she got some whistles. Okay. I mean, are you cheering for this team to win? I don't know. I'm curious. You want them to win? I can't stand Brianna Stewart. So you'll never get me on Brianna Stewart. I think Brianna Stewart's fucking, ugh. Collier's way better than Stewart, in my opinion. I want CC to win. Yeah, I want CC to win too. They can win all they want until they play Washington. Oh my goodness. So are we gonna hate watch then? Are we going to hate watch? By the way, Minnesota beat San Antonio in game 1, 104-102. And Anthony Edwards played 25 minutes off the bench, 18 points off the bench. The Timberwolves went to San Antonio and won the game in the 4th quarter. And Victor Wembanyama only had 11, 5 of 17, 0 of 8 from 3. What the fuck? He had 12 block shots. This motherfucker had a triple-double with blocks. But he took 8 threes and he missed all of them. I'm going to watch. I mean, I can't. I mean, I asked the question, you hate watching? Because I'm going to watch. They have to do cuts, though. They have to do cuts. Hell, the other teams have done cuts and are at 12 with injured players. Well, you don't have to pay any. I mean, I don't know what. Get a fire stick. Get a fire stick. Damn. Wow. Wow, that's a massive choke job in game 1. And the Knicks beat the Sixers by 39. Damn. Sound like Ben right there. Damn. Jalen Brunson at 35. Wow, all the Sixers guys, they stayed. Joel Embiid didn't play. Oh, he did play. He had 14, 3 of 11. Oh, he no-showed. Nobody showed up today for the Sixers. This was their giveaway game. You haven't turned your TV on in years. Oh my goodness. Yo, folks, it's been real, man. I had a good time. I hope everyone's enjoyed themselves. Had some thought-provoking conversation. What if CC goes out and drops 27 and 10 and the Fever win? What is the narrative? I got no idea. I'll be thrilled. I mean, what do you want me to say? I'll be very happy. I will not be upset if that happens. Do I expect it to happen? No. I think they're going to get their asses kicked on Saturday by Dallas. I hope I'm wrong. But I'm preparing myself for the worst. Last year, I prepared myself for the best, and that didn't work out all that well. So this year, I'm going to prepare myself for the worst, and if the best happens, then I will be very, very happy about it. I'll be very happy. But hey, I right now I gotta prepare myself for the worst. I have to. I gotta prepare myself for that. So yeah, I hope it happens. She could be. She could be. She could be. Okay, let's have that thought-provoking conversation. I got you, Jeff P. Let's have that thought-provoking conversation before I go. But you're going to have to accept her playing off the ball at some point because Raven Johnson is not going to score. Raven's not going to score at a level for you to play them substantial minutes together. Not without a third scorer on the floor, without another scorer on the floor. So I could see very well it working with a third scoring option out there, but a perimeter scoring option. Who the hell's a real perimeter scoring option? Not a shooting option, a scoring option. I question it. So I don't know how many minutes you could run that type of deal with where Caitlin, or you have to hand the ball to Raven sometimes and let her run the offense, and Caitlin is the scoring option. But you're not going to be doing driving kicks all day to fucking Raven Johnson. You're not going to do driving kicks all day to Raven Johnson. You're not, just like you're not doing them to Lexi Hall or even Sophie Cunningham. It's an interesting conversational piece, that's for sure. If they had a third real scoring option out there with him, I would probably be more inclined. So if that's not Kelsey Mitchell, I don't think Aaliyah Boston's a true scoring option. I'm talking about a perimeter scoring option. And because they didn't draft a perimeter scoring option or trade for a perimeter scoring option, they don't have another perimeter scoring option. I thought the Cloud signing was insane. I thought cutting Haley Van Lith because of her offensive. They said something about the way their offense is run. They didn't like how she ran their offense or whatever. And you now added another psychopath to a team that has a lot of psychopaths. You added a nutcase to a team that has a lot of, you added the most unhinged individual with a team that has a couple of already unhinged individuals in Skylar Diggins and Dejanay Carrington. So you added probably the most unhinged of them all in Natasha Cloud. You traded away Angel Reese and you signed this unhinged human who is probably the biggest headache in the league and in any locker room with her mouth. So it's really weird what they're doing in Chicago to cut your first round pick of a year ago. Doesn't make tremendous sense to me. And yeah, wild. I'm good. You can always disagree with me. We can go back and forth. We can go back and forth all day. Anthony Edwards is a dog. That's why he's out there. He's a dog. That's why I love Anthony Edwards, even though he's not the greatest human in my opinion, but goddamn it, a basketball player, he's a dog. I agree with you, man. I'm not disagreeing with this assessment. I thought I just told you I thought they should have drafted Tania Latson to replace her, even knowing that Tania would not be as good as her, not immediately, but you'd have a player that would be more deferential to Caitlin Clark. Psychological, man. Come on, people. Yeah, she could. It's possible. The girl number 4 with all the attack tattoos. Who the hell's that? Who's that? Who is that? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Who is that? Indiana. Kayana Trailer. Yeah, I would presume she's getting cut. We don't have one. The Fever don't have a. The Fever does not have a scoring option off the bench. The Fever does not have a scoring option off the bench. They don't. Massive failure, in my opinion. Massive failure. I mean, hell, in 2 preseason games, I was planning on opening lines today. God, I never got to it. In preseason games, they look the best. They definitely look the best. She's not a scoring option. She's a shooter off the bench. What's ignorant? Lex, what's ignorant? Who's ignorant? Who's ignorant? Sophie Cunningham's not a scoring option. She's a role player. Well, Sophie's going to start. Sophie's not going to come off the bench. Lexi Hull will come off the bench. I would love to see that Caitlin averages 25 and 10. If that's what she does, then she wins MVP. If she doesn't do that, then I don't think she does. Our finishing lineup during the playoffs can't include both CC and Kel. Interesting. I think that's what you're going to have, but okay. It's 12:25. We went on for 3.5 hours. I appreciate you being on here for so long, man. I thank you. Absolutely. Because they're going to crucify her. We are going to crucify Stephanie White if this team looks bad offensively. We're going to murder her. Not literally. YouTube. Not literally, because you know YouTube with your algorithms. Not literally, man. Figuratively speaking, she's going to get creamed by podcasters. They'll have to if they don't. Yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock. It's 12:30 here. Cloud Sky. Ain't nobody buying that shit. You think they should bring Sophie off the bench? I don't think that's going to happen, though. I mean, I think it's hard to bring her off the bench when she's clearly better than Lexi Hull. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. You're right. I'm clueless. Was Latson waived? No, she was not waived. That not as of yet. Not as of yet. The waiver wire. Transactions. Anything updated yet? No, there's nothing left. Nothing. Nothing since the Natasha Cloud signing. Okay. CC, Sophie, Lexi, M. So you think Kelsey Mitchell should come off the bench? Okay, man. Okay. They're being sarcastic. Billings can't score. Yeah, she's coming off the bench. Absolutely. She's not. If they start her over Sophie Cunningham, I would be floored. I would be floored. I don't care what her contract is. She's not better than her, so it's like that'd be just foolish. Oh, absolutely. They'd have no bigs. I'll tell you what, the coach for Dallas looks good so far. He looks like he's from down here. He looks good. He looks good. if you let's talk about this Cam Brink thing for a second. I'm glad you brought it up. Oh, Cam Brink. You're not going to get Cam Brink for Damaris Dantas and another player. That's not how trades work. Trades don't work that way. You got to give up something to get something. And you're not going to get Cam Brink, the number 2 overall pick 2 years ago, for a box of fucking rocks in Damaris Dantas and a late round pick. It's not going to happen. So you're going to have to give something up. And in my opinion, you would have to give up probably Sophie Cunningham, Michaela Timpson, and a pick. You're not trading Raven Johnson in a deal for Cam Brink. Look, none of this shit's ever going to happen. None of this shit's ever going to happen. Because they're not bold enough to make a real move. But you're not going to get Cam Brink for Dantas and a pick. Like, that's not going to happen. Trades have to be mutually beneficial, and there's nothing beneficial about getting a late first round pick from Indiana. Nothing. There's no talent in the WNBA to be for a late first round pick to be beneficial. Unless you just watch these teams skip over Cody McMahon again. Billings is a career 6-5 player. Lexi shoots better with Cece. And then with everybody else, she can't shoot. I know. We talked about Maddie Westbeld. They should be calling Maddie Westbeld. They should be calling Marta Suarez. They should be doing all that. I said already, you're going to get 7 and 6 out of Mo Billings. Sophie's not better than Lexi. We disagree. What does Lexi Hull do better than Sophie Cunningham? Sophie Cunningham's a better athlete than Lexi Hull. Sophie Cunningham's a better offensive player than Lexi Hull. They're pretty much equal to me defensively, and Sophie Cunningham's way tougher than Lexi Hull physically. Way tougher. Like physically, like not afraid of you tougher. Lexi Hull plays hard. Sophie Cunningham's tougher. There's not a chance that I would play Lexi Hull at the 4. If you don't have Monique Billings, yes, I would actually play Lexi Hull at the 4. I would start her at the 4. I would do it. Yeah, over the bum Maisha Hines Allen. Yeah, absolutely, I would do it. I don't know about Brink and Clark would cook because I don't think Brink is that good. I don't think Cam Brink's that good. Y'all jumping up and down about Cam Brink. I don't think Cam Brink's that damn good. I don't think Cam Brink's that good. I don't know what Cam Brink you watched. She's a overall above average to good college player. She's not that good, in my opinion. Not that good. I don't care that she won a national championship or that she was even a first team All-American. Yeah, 17 and 12. Yeah, she was good. She was good. I don't think she's that good. She weighs 170 pounds. She's a rail. I don't know. Like I like the hype that she got. I've never been on that board. But do they need size? Yes. No, that's why I would start Lexi at 4. At least I'm spacing the floor. I'm going to space the floor, and I'm going to put Aaliyah Boston on the block. I'm gonna space the. No, I just don't think Brink's that good. Oh, she cooks with everyone. I mean, okay. End of the day, yeah. I've already mentioned the bigs that could be signed off waivers. Marta Suarez and Maddie Westbeld. Those are their stretch fours. Well, really, Westbeld's a stretch floor. You watch her bikini. Yeah, she can lead her in blocks. I mean, again, can she stay on the court? I don't know. Anyhow, folks, that's gonna wrap this up. We're 3.5 hours in, man. She cannot shoot the three. She's not a shooter. No, she's not. She's not a good shooter. No. That's all I got. I hope y'all have a great night, man. Please hit the like button and the subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Subscribe to all the channels: Indiana Fever Unfiltered, Washington Mystics Unfiltered, and of course this one right here. If you're here, I do appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. God bless. Y'all have a great night. We will be back next Sunday for Sunday Night Heat. It will be Mother's Day night. So I don't even know if Ben realizes that, but we will be back here next Sunday night for Mother's Day night after the Fever play their first game against the Dallas Wings on Saturday afternoon. I'm sure he has his live venue going on. Wednesday night, be here for the big show with myself and Nick Taylor. We appreciate y'all jumping on board. Check out all the content. I thank y'all as always. Oh, by the way, before I go, if you haven't done so yet, do me a favor. Do me one favor. One favor. I'm linking this right here. Hit this link. If you like the t-shirt, click on the t-shirt. This is my newest merch. I would love it if you grab some merch. If you want to, of course. You don't have to do anything. Don't feel obliged or pressured. But I think this design's pretty cool. It is the new Indiana Fever Unfiltered t-shirt. That is the graphic. It's in multiple colors. Grab one. It supports the channel. It supports me. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to show for it. I got black. I got navy. I got red. I got silver, yellow, and white. So white in memory of Stephanie White. But thank you again. Click that link. You can grab it right there. Or if you're thinking about it, go come on now podcast.com. Podcast.com. Hit the merch link, and that'll bring you right to there as well. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night. God bless. This is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, Indiana Fever Unfiltered, and Washington Mystics Unfiltered, all in one. Come on now.